What's up, everybody? Thanks for watching today, baby. All right, guys, what's up? What's up? Please say hello. Please smash that like button as you guys are coming in here. I see there's already some of you hanging out in the chat. Shout out to you early birds here. Remember, guys, that this is a long form show, so we're going to be here for an hour, 2, 3 hours, whatever it ends up being. And I've got some echoing going on here. Sorry about that. And so we'll be back in just a few minutes, guys. Please smash that like button, drop me some comments, and we'll see you guys shortly, baby. all right. It looks like I've got the microphone set correct this time. Sorry about that. You guys probably didn't hear me at the start of the show, so whoop-de-doo. My bad, my bad. How's everybody doing out there today? Hopefully great, hopefully great. And hopefully everything's going okay with the stream. Let me know, my mods, if something seems off or different. Let me know if I need to change anything up. I would appreciate that. Good to see you guys in here today. Please smash that like button on your way in, guys. And let's go ahead and hop on in. Let me go ahead and remove this banner real quick. So remember, guys, that a lot of this show is to do with what you guys are going through, your updates, etc. So please leave some comments, give us your updates, let us know what you guys are going through. If you're struggling, if you're kicking ass, we want to hear all of it, guys. So drop your comments, give us your updates. So you guys see there's the disclaimer on the bottom. So remember, guys, that I'm not a doctor and nothing on this channel is medical advice. So if you are struggling with addiction, my friend, please seek out your own medical doctor. Everything on this channel is for entertainment purposes only and for me to share my experience with you and for you to share your experience with others. So that means you need to share. Let us know what you guys are going through. Okay, guys, let us know. Let us know. Put this little thing up on there. So as you guys see here on this little thing I just posted, please be sure and share with us your updates, goals, setbacks, etc. We want to support you on your path to freedom. So like I said, guys, Izzy going crazy over here. You know what this chick's wanting. What's the matter? What? Tell me. What's the problem? She always, whenever she sasses me, she does like this sneeze thing. That's like her way of talking crap. She's like, ow, don't bite me. You trying to bite me? You want to come up here and say hi? Oh, wow, she's not shy today. Huh? You're in the mood to chat, daddy. All right, who's up in here, guys? Who's up in here? Please smash that like button. All right, we've got Mama Deb's hopping in here. Says, hey, everyone, I love Izzy. She's so cute. Say hi, Mama Deb. Hope you're doing well up there. Kimmy B already up in here. Hey, Kimmy, how you doing? Any updates on your 8-pound stuff? Anything changed since last week? Or was that Sunday you told us that? I think that was last week. Let's see. So Kimmy recently lost some weight. So awesome, awesome stuff. Shout out to you, Kimmy. Foxbat coming in here early today. Says, hey, y'all. What's up, Foxbat? Seen your question that you posted on the other video that I made the other day. Let's see. Hi, Hi, Kimmy and Fox. So Foxbat says, 2 months after my last shot and finally my emotions are coming back. Such a weird feeling. I cried at a sad moment in a movie. That's so unusual for me. I barely cried in years. So I actually remember talking to my doctor about that because I had similar. Oh, hi, thank you. You're being really sweet today. I wonder why. Wouldn't be happening. You want this thing, would it? She's like, just give me my snack already. So yeah, I remember bringing it up to my doctor when I could kind of feel my levels of bup were kind of dipping when I was really tapering my shots. And I was like, yeah, I can really start to feel my emotions coming back. And he's like, yeah, I mean, you can kind of look at it a couple different ways. You know, you could look at it like that, or just basically the fact that your emotions have kind of been numbed down. Because some people will look at their emotions coming back as a negative thing, but it really just kind of depends on how you look at it, right, guys? It could be awesome to be able to cry. If you go to a family's funeral and you're not able to cry, you're like, what the hell is wrong with me, right? Like, especially me, I'm such a ball bag. I used to cry over like everything. So sounds like Foxbat is getting his emotions back. So 2 months after his last shot. So how are you doing? How are you doing with everything, Foxbat? Let's see. Kimmy B. Deb, how are you feeling, Fox? I can hear you lip smacking. That's what you want? She's like, just quit torturing me already, Daddy. Let's see. Mama Deb says, positive thoughts. That was hard for me to try and think positive. Yeah, I'm taking it as positive things. It means I'm almost free. Yeah, you're obviously getting close. If you're feeling your emotions starting to come back like that, it definitely lets you know that you're not overly buped up. Speaking of bupe, Reed had made a comment correcting me on my the way that I say buprenorphine. You guys have always probably heard me say that, and he's right. It is incorrect how I've been saying it. There's many words that I say kind of different than most people. Hopefully, you guys know that when I say buprenorphine, you know what I mean, right? The bupe that's in these medications that most of us are taking. Sometimes I say words different, like the way I say SUBOXONE. A lot of people think that's weird how I say it, but hopefully you guys know what I'm saying. You guys at least understand the way that I kind of say certain words. My ex-girlfriend used to make fun of me the way I say other. The other day, she's like, "You say that so different." Like instead of saying other, I was like other. Oh, the other day. So then I was like, what the hell, like getting weird and overly thinking. There's so many things that I have to think about as I'm running these streams, guys. So please bear with me if I goof up on a word, or I know that sometimes when I watch videos back, I catch myself saying Suboxone when I meant to say Sublicade, or vice versa, right? Sometimes I'll get the two words mixed up just because I'm concentrating on the video, making sure everything's right in the comments and this and that, and putting things up, taking them down. So bear with me, guys. I don't always get every word perfect. So yeah, I just wanted to say that. Let's see. Let me go ahead and pull this disclaimer off the bottom. So how is everybody doing out there? Looks like we got 13 people in here now. Smash that like button, guys, if you haven't yet done so. Showing we've got 9 likes on the video already. Wow. You guys are coming in here with a strong hand. Again, to my mods, please let me know if anything seems off or weird with the stream, because sometimes there's a lot of things that I have to think about, and sometimes I miss things. So I'm going to test the mic off to make sure that Callie doesn't hear my baby doggy voice. Hold on a sec. Hopefully you guys didn't just hear what I just said. Let me know if you did. That was so embarrassing. You guys notice I don't have a tank top on today. You know, boy actually wearing a nicer shirt up in here for once. I wonder if anybody noticed that. Oh, let's see. Yeah, I'm taking it as a positive thing. Means I'm almost free. I already read that. Yes, box. Wow, the comments are so weird on this one. I prefer this one. Okay. Yeah, the comments are way better on Chrome than they are on the Safari for sure. Okay. Mine says, Key Fox says. That just reminds me that, okay, there's so many different things I have to think about on here. Sorry, guys. Callie, what up, Callie Love? Good to see you in here early today. Where did that go? There we go. So I like to share your guys' comments too as we go. Certain comments I'll throw up here at random. Callie says, wait, I'm on time? Yay! Yeah, she usually come in like towards that last part of it. So you're definitely, yeah, you're right here at the start of the show. So good to see you in here. Good to see you in here early today. How's your third shot going, Callie? Any updates on that? Or any more updates on that, I should say? Kimmy says, Kevin looking snazzy. So she noticed the difference. The new intro is so epic. Thank you, Foxbat. Yeah, you guys would be amazed at how much I'm thinking about how to set up the stream and how to do it, and like certain images and certain things to talk about. Like this stuff is on my mind all day, every day, honestly. Like I'm thinking about this channel a lot. So I appreciate that you like that as well, Foxbat. If there's anything that you guys think I should change that could make it better, like I said, guys, I'm always open to new ideas for the show. Speaking of that, that reminds me, since you guys know I really suck at computer stuff, I need to come up with a new banner for this, for like the channel. I don't know if any of you guys are good at creating, if anybody is willing to do something like that for me, come up with some kind of, I don't know, a new banner for this channel that I could post up. It looks like it needs to be 2048 pixels by 1152 at the minimum, it says. So I don't know how the heck to make a banner or like what would even look cool, but if any of you guys are into that and you can whip something together real quick, let me know. I'm not good at that kind of stuff at all. Kevin, it's summertime. Please take them that long sleeve. Yeah, I got the AC cranking up in here. Definitely do. Christopher says 157 days. Does that pop up? 157 days, no subs today. I have been busy, but the first few weeks stopping here on Wednesday really helped. Awesome, dude. Congratulations. 157 days. That's killing it. That's almost, what, 6 months or so, right around there, right, guys? So shout out to Chris B. Shout out to you, my friend. That's awesome. How are you feeling, man? How are you feeling? Do you feel like a totally different person, or do you just feel a little different? Or I always like to ask people who come off of Suboxone how they're feeling. Do you feel like super different, or do you not really feel that different, or what? I always like to ask everybody. So please let me know if you guys have come off of Suboxone and how you're feeling now. And let me go ahead and make sure that I give Chris his trophy. You guys know that I like to give out the trophies for those who have come off of Suboxone, and see if that will actually even post. There we go. That's for you, my friend. That's for you, my friend. I wonder if I could leave that up on the screen. All right, looks like you guys are starting to go off in the comments, so I better not get too far behind here, or else I'm going to be 30 minutes behind the comments before we know it. So I'm going to try to keep up with you guys. I see he's starting to go off here. Zach says hello. He will get hit on his laptop when he can so he can comment. Awesome stuff. Awesome. Good to see you in here listening, Zach. How's Matt doing? Does anybody know? That's a great question. I have no idea. Honestly, I haven't talked to Matt for quite a while, so hopefully he's doing okay. I haven't seen any videos from him. Hopefully he's doing all right over there. Larry says, yo, what's up, Larry? Good to see you in here. Good to see you. Wow, 20 minutes already. What the heck? So Kimmy says, no updates, Kevin, because I'm only weighing monthly now, so I don't get obsessed. That's really good, Kimmy. Yeah, I was actually literally just talking about that last night. I was like, I haven't even checked my weight in a while. I used to be so obsessed, guys, with the scale at the gym. Every day I would go, I had to like check and make sure every little quarter, half of a pound, you know, I'm gaining just enough here, enough there. I was super obsessed with jumping on the scale for so long. It's just like, oh, I'm so glad I don't even think about the scale anymore. Unless if I start feeling like I'm really skinny, then obviously I'll look into it and see what am I weighing these days. Deb says, Callie, I haven't heard a peep from Matt. Turn that brightness down just a hair there. Fox says, I want to feel my emotions. Crying is important for us. Absolutely. Absolutely, my friend. I just want to experience life fully. Have you noticed anything else different, Foxbat, since you've gone a while between shots now? Sean K, what's up, Sean K? Good to see you. Says, hey, everyone. Fox, can you sleep? I still get up. Dang, Mama Deb's still struggling with interrupted sleep patterns. And she's been off for a while now. Yeah, it seems like sleep is kind of like one of the last things to fully normalize. I know this is kind of TMI, Mama Deb, but is the bathroom trips normalized for you, or is anything still off with using the bathroom every day? I know for me, like, oh, that was a big part of when I was going into withdrawal, just like too many bathroom trips every day, and it sucked. Really sucked. Hey, Kevin, you're looking snazzy, and Izzy is so cute. Hey, Sherry, what's up? Good to see you in here, Sherry. Good to see you. I appreciate the compliment. Thank you. It's probably the first time you guys haven't seen me in a tank top. Got myself a collar shirt on over here. What's up, Brandon? Good to see you, brother. How's your Sublicade journey going, Brandon? Deb, how long has it been now? 115 days. Wow, that went so fast. Deb's been off Suboxone for 115 days, guys. It seems like just yesterday she got off of that. Your mic is muting now. All right, good. So looks like I got the things all set up normally now, so that's good. Already 10 minutes behind the comments. You guys are, I can still see you guys going off. You guys are killing it up in the comments lately, guys. I appreciate you. No, we didn't hear your daddy voice to Izzy. I just heard her come back. I can hear her over here. What are you doing, creeper? You guys see her? Creeping in the corner. Little creepy puppy. Sometimes I'll feel her just like hanging in my closet, just like creeping out, just staring at me. I'm like, you little goofy. Let's see. I'm sure it's going to get better for you soon, Deb. Hang in there. I know how difficult not sleeping can be. Remember those positive thoughts. Has Zach put out any new videos? I haven't checked it on his channel for a minute. Or I haven't seen any new videos popping up. 16 days since last shot and things are going great. I couldn't be happier. I hope I don't feel withdrawal ever. Awesome, Larry. Yeah, thanks for the update on that. So Larry got last shot 16 days ago. There's so many people that have switched to Sublicade, guys. Look how many comments we're seeing on this stuff. Remember last year at this time, there was nobody talking about Suboxone. Nobody was on, or Sublicade. There I go again, mixing up my words. Nobody was on Sublicade last year. Now, it seems like half of you guys are on Sublicade. Like, just a difference, you know, not even a year can make. I'm really curious to see what it's going to be like this time next year. Like, there's going to be a ton of people on Brixadi, or if it's going to be mostly Sublicade still, or what? Because Sublicade is obviously the one that's been around. It has the most, in our country anyway, it has the most familiarity as far as an injectable bup shot. I'm trying not to say buprenorphine because now that I realize that people, you guys know what I'm trying to say. I'll just say bup from now on. Okay, guys. It's kind of a hard word to say anyway, even if I'm looking at it and spelling it. Of course, we got the jets flying over right now. Marky Rizzo in the house. What up, Marky? Good to see you, brother. And we got Megan back in here, the other Megan. Unless this is the same one, I think. I'm not sure if this is the same Megan or not, but we've usually got two Megans on the channel recently. Happy to be here, everyone. How are you? Hey, Megan. So Callie says, things are good, still trucking along, waiting 7 weeks this time until my next shot. Hell yeah, Callie's starting the space out / taper. So that, Callie, I can promise you're going to be 100% totally fine. Don't even let your brain try to make it something that's going to be an issue. I promise you it's not going to be. You're not going to feel any different. And then maybe next time you could do 8 weeks, right? And then just keep pushing it out from there. So Plain Lilomi, good to see you, says, I was kind of struggling with a slow taper, and one of the gals in here told me to cut back a little at a time. I went from 6 milligrams to 3 milligrams so far. I know it may get harder, but I'm ready to get this done. So yes, you are correct. It's, for most people, it does get harder the lower you go. So and that's okay, and that's expected. So don't be thrown off if it starts to get harder for you. But congratulations going down to 3 milligrams. That's awesome. You've already cut your dose in half. Just make sure that the lower you go, the slower you go, guys that are tapering. We're seeing Dan over there struggling going down to the 1 milligram mark. He had like a hard night's rest the other night. He said he was flip-flopping and stuff. So seems like for a lot of people, once they get to right around the 1 milligram mark or below, that's when you might start to get physical, like a little bit of physical withdrawals, right? You might not be able to sleep that good. You might be uncomfortable through the night. You might start to get a little restless legs here and there. It seems like it's somewhere around the 1 milligram mark, give or take some, or, you know, depending on how fast you come down too. If you do a long, slow taper, you might not have any of those issues. But if you try to taper in, you know, 6-12 months, you might run into some complications here and there. So just know yourself, know your body, and know your limitations, guys. And there's no harm in slowing down your taper the closer you get to zero, right? There's no race to get off this stuff, guys. 2 more days of work and then I'm off for 9 days. Dude, 9 days off. That's a lot of time, man. That's a good mini vacation right there. I still can't believe the difference between coming off of Sublicade and the impossible Suboxone detox I've tried 1,000,000 times. Yeah, it's interesting how different it is, you know, going from Suboxone to Sublicade. It's definitely different. So I'm glad that you're doing good with that though, Larry, so far. Keep us in the update going forward, my friend. Rachel B in the house. What's up, Rach? Good to see you. Good to see you. Savon, that's got to be Savon right there. I see your picture. Savon, did you change your channel name? It says Aviv Love now. I recognize her picture. And shout out to Savon for coming through with the last second $20 super chat last week, or on the Sunday live stream. That was cool. It was literally like the last second before we were going to shut off the stream. Speaking of that, guys, it's a great time for me to thank the sponsors of the week. I really appreciate you guys showing the love around here. And let me see. So is this going to stay up on there? Let me see. So shout out to the sponsors of the week, guys. As you can see on the bottom there, we had Mikey coming through with a major whopper of a freaking sponsorship. $275 he sent. That was the biggest sponsorship of the channel by far. So shout out to you, Mikey. I appreciate you, my friend. Also, we've been really having Kimmy B and KG Smith have been huge on the channel lately, guys. Huge. Them ladies have been really helping out here, helping this channel grow. I appreciate you ladies big time. We also had Donna has been helping out big time lately on the channel too. Shout out to you, Donna. I appreciate the love. I don't see her up in here yet today. We had, like I said, Savon coming through with a $20 super chat on literally like the last minute of the last stream that we had, guys. So shout out to her. We had Mama Deb hooking it up as always, guys. Mama Deb has been a long time supporter of this channel. So super shout out to Mama Deb. And we also had Danielle C come through with the $10, I think it was a Venmo. And we had Scott hooking it up and Robert. And we also had Marky as well. So super shout out to you guys. I appreciate you guys showing the love up here on this channel. As you guys have seen, we made a bunch of upgrades to the channel lately, baby. Your man needs to get some water already. So shout out to the sponsors of this show. If you get value in this community, guys, if you would like to become a sponsor or show some love, you can do so at either of the links that I just posted right there on the screen. We have Venmo and Cashapp available, guys. So, or also you guys can do a super chat or super sticker on the replay. So this show will not be monetized by YouTube. So literally the upgrades that come from this channel come from you guys, the supporters of this channel, and not YouTube. So shout out to you guys. Thank you. And let's get back to some comments. Sonny S in the house. What's up, Sonny? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Let's see. Deb says, I just want to make sure I didn't skip a bunch of comments. Let's see. So Savon says, I saw Dr. Ken Starr on Zoom. Awesome. How did that chat go? How did that go? Did you guys decide to do the Sublicade, or what's the plan from here, Savon, if you could tell us? I'm really interested to hear from KG Smith and see, because I know that she's seen Dr. Chris Park just recently. So hopefully that appointment went well, and hopefully they come up with a good game plan for her to proceed forward. Speaking of weight, I swear Sublicade has helped me lose a lot of weight. Anyone else? Larry said. For me, I've always kind of been the same weight, so I have never really changed a whole lot either way with Suboxone or Sublicade. So I don't know if you guys can relate to what Larry just said about the weight. Let us know what you guys think, if you guys have saw any change to your weight. Baby. Oh, speaking of that, YouTube punked me on having that little sound clip from that song. You dropped a bomb on me, baby. They punked me on that real quick, so guess I can't be playing that anymore, unfortunately. Kept going for that casual business look. Sonny realized. Got to get rid of the tank top for a moment. I came off once before, but this time it was much easier, Chris said. So Sivan says, I have really bad bathroom issues. So, like, too much bathroom trips, Sivan, or not enough? Are you just backed up, or what's going on with that? I'm going to guess the latter of the two, right? Usually, most people have severe constipation issues on Suboxone. Genesis says, hi, first time here. Pray for me. I'm addicted to Fent pills. Oh, man. Thanks for sharing that, Genesis. I appreciate that. Yeah. How long have you been on those? Yeah, that's rough stuff, man. I really feel for anybody that's struggling with active addiction. And I was thinking the other day how different it is to be an active opiate addiction in 2023 versus like when I was in active addiction back, 10 years ago or whatever. Like it was it was such a different experience. It was just mostly people got painkillers from their doctor and that's what you ended up getting. But these days it's this super strong elephant tranquilizer bullcrap all mixed in and with some other stuff. And it's just like, damn, dude, what's it going to be for the next generation, guys? Imagine if it's gone this bad in 10 years. Just imagine what it's going to be in the next 10 years, how bad this is going to be. Holy moly. Holy moly. It's going to be scary, guys. Because it's just going to keep getting stronger and crazier. It's not like it's going to go downhill or like lesser. When has it ever done that, right? Like, when has it ever done that? So that's something that's pretty dang scary. Sherry says, Genesis, I will keep you in my prayers. Ask the Lord to give you the strength and courage to overcome your addiction. That's a great comment, Sherry. Plain was out when I was tapering. One of the most crucial things for me was going to once daily dosing rather than twice. Yeah, with the really long half-life of Suboxone, guys, it should, you should be able to just take it once a day, because it does have a 33-hour half-life. I've heard some people take their Suboxone like 4 or 5 times a day. What? That's too much. That's too much. It's too often, right? It's on your mind too much all day. Let's see, scrolling back up in some more comments. So Deb says bathroom is okay, but I do drink a ton of water, so sometimes I just have to pee, but other times just waking up like it's morning. I just wake up like it's morning. Yeah. Oh, it's like your internal clock is still off, right? I'm surprised that takes so long to normalize for some people. I've got to say, I've been a bit low energy, Fox says. Suboxone was really helping me with an energy boost because I have a chronic health issues and pretty bad fatigue. But I'm willing to give that up for freedom. So Foxbats also noticed that energy has dipped a bit because most of you get energy boost from Suboxone, right? So it's something, that's something too that you guys might think forward with as far as Sublicade goes. Is, okay, you know, it's possible that I'm not going to be feeling 100% all the time. You know, it's not really very realistic to think, you know, that because you get on Sublicade, it's just going to be roses and dandelions the whole way. Like there has to be some sort of offness to it, right, guys? So just try not to freak yourself out. Like, from what I've heard from most people who have come off Sublicade, is that if there is a withdrawal, it's like a much minor, like a 3 out of 10 versus a 10 out of 10 for Suboxone. And then I've heard plenty of people say that they didn't notice anything at all, right? So it's going to be different for everybody, guys, right? So just keep that in mind, all right? I don't want you to get down or freak out if you feel like Foxbat just said. He's got the right mindset. He says, I'm willing to give that up for freedom. Deb, I'm doing much better. I'll try. My next time will be 0.5 milligrams in the AM and 1 milligram at night. I'm stable, so I'm going to try that soon. Kimmy, I don't know if I can do it. I'm hoping I can, but I also have chronic pain. That's what started this whole disaster for me. Yeah, many of you guys have told me lately that you're struggling with chronic pain. So if that's you guys, you know, it might not be as easy as it is for somebody who doesn't have chronic pain to just taper off. So keep in mind that you got to be able to get through the day. And if you've got hardcore pain issues, then maybe coming off Suboxone isn't for you. You know what I mean? Unless you can find some kind of natural alternative to help with your pain, or seek some sort of other way to help, you know, whether that's massages or surgery or whatever the heck it is that you come up with your doctor. It's going to, you know, it's going to be a little bit more challenging for people who do struggle with that. So keep that in mind, guys. Keep that in mind. Have you thought of... Yeah, that's a great point, Deb. So as Deb had brought up to Genesis, says, have you thought of doing Suboxone? You got to get away from that. Yeah, like, what's the plan, Genesis? What's the plan to get out of that active addiction lifestyle? Have you looked into Suboxone? Have you taken Suboxone? Have you considered the Sublicade shot? Like, there's many alternatives to getting you out of that risky, extremely risky lifestyle. And I hope that you're able to get out of that. And I appreciate you bringing that up, Deb. I plan to go very slowly. I want to succeed, plain little old me says. Siobhan, what's happening? Where you been? Vitamin Z dropping a comment up in here. What's up, Vitamin Z? Megan says, is MAT treatment specifically for opiates? I'm pretty sure it is, yeah. Yep. Is there something else you're struggling with, Megan, that you have questions about? Foxbat says I gotta head out. I'll be back later on. There she is, KG Smith in the house. What's up, KG? How you doing? Can we get an update? KG, I wasn't sure if you had seen my comment that I had posted a response to one of your other comments. It was literally like the night before you went to go see Doc. So I'm not sure if you've seen that or not, but I was talking about the Butrans patch. So I know Allie's been talking about that and sharing her experience with the Butrans patch, and you're literally like right in that range. So hopefully you were able to see that comment. Not sure if you were able to have that discussion with Doc Chris Park or not about that, or what you guys decided to come up with. But hopefully you were able to make it to the appointment, and hopefully you guys come up with something that could work for you. And shout out to you for the sponsorship. I said it a little bit earlier. I think you were not here for that, but I appreciate the love you've been showing lately to the channel. KG Smith. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Kickin, did you see Megan's question? Did I miss something else? Did I miss something else? Let me think. I think that was the question you meant, Mama Deb. KG says, you look good, Kevin. Thank you, KG. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Callie was giving me shit. She's like, Kevin, it's summertime. Take that damn thing off. Yeah, it is pretty dang hot out here today, too. I think it's like 90 degrees out here today. Yikes. Luckily, I've got the AC rolling. So let's see here. Savant says, it's bad. I'm nervous that the shot is going to be worse. Dr. Ken said you won't even fart for 3 months. With our prayers, it will help the breakthrough. Ken Star said, try to get to the point where you only take the medicine right in the morning. But he said it's not going to be nibbling at it all day because it becomes habit. He said it's not going to become nibbling. I'm not sure I understand what you mean by that, Siobhan. Yeah, I know most doctors and psychiatrists will recommend that you just take your Suboxone first thing in the morning and just move on with your day. That's definitely the ideal way to take it, in my opinion, is just to take it and get on with your day. But for some people, it's a little bit more complicated than that, right, guys? Like for me, because I struggled with a lot of constipation issues on Suboxone, I knew that once I took my dose for the day, I wasn't going to be able to use the bathroom for the day, right? So being backed up like that, you want to make sure that you're able to use the bathroom before you take your Suboxone. So for me, it was like this whole rigmarole. I had to wake up, drink a bunch of water, eat some food, and then hopefully use the bathroom and then take my dose, right? And then my OCD thinking, I always took a second dose later on the afternoon because I felt like it wore off really quick for me. So for me, like it sucks. You know, I didn't have the smoothest transition and the smoothest experience with Suboxone. You know, in a perfect world, you guys could just take it first thing in the morning. You're able to use the bathroom. You're able to move on and go on with your day and not think about this stuff all day. But like I said, if it come to that or having a stomach ache all day because I'm not able to use the bathroom, then I hate that feeling. I really hate that feeling. Hopefully you guys don't hear those jets blasting in your ears. Benny Mac says, hey, everybody, about to change and leave work. Got my notification, so I wanted to say hi. Sublicade is working miracles on my kratom addiction. I've been sticking to 100 milligrams Sublicade every 7 weeks. So freaking awesome, Benny. Awesome, awesome stuff. Thanks for the update on that. And I think that that's awesome. Now, a lot of people have found relief from their kratom addiction through Suboxone and Sublicade. So if you are the type of person that has an unhealthy relationship with kratom, you might consider and talk to your doctor about Suboxone or Sublicade. That's an arguable matter. For some people they'll say that that's not a good idea, you know, and it really all kind of comes down to how whatever you're doing is working for you. And if you've tried to fix it and you've been unable to fix it, you've got to do what you got to do, right, guys? There are many people out there who have a healthy relationship with Suboxone and plenty of people who have a healthy relationship with kratom. So it really all kind of just depends on what you're doing and if it's working or not for you. Genesis says, I started 20 years ago with prescription perks. Last year, someone gave me fake perks, which was Fent, and I got addicted real quick. Now I'm buying them every day. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's probably those fake blue 30s or whatever, right? That's what I'm always seeing on the news these days is so many of those fake fentanyl pills that they look pretty dang legit, right? They look like the blue 30s. And now I'm hearing that they're doing fent in like all kinds of different stuff, and many of you guys have probably seen this stuff on the news, right? There are a lot of warnings going out about this stuff. So shout out to the 23 people who are in here, guys. If you haven't yet, please smash that like button. Looks like we've got 16 likes on the video. I appreciate you guys smashing that thing for the channel. Helps bring other people to the channel, guys. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Me too, Foxback. Chronic pain and switching to the shot. What about the pain, Fox? Is it still there, or does Sublicade help? So I've been hearing, I know Mikey has a extreme amount of pain and a whole bunch of different issues with his body. So I guess a lot of it depends on, how bad your chronic pain really is. Because it doesn't seem like it's totally helped take Mikey's pain away. And he is only on the 100 milligram shot. But like I said, he's got a bunch of other medications coming into play and just like a whole bunch of serious, back issues and stuff like that. So I would say if you're planning on using Sublicade for chronic pain, you definitely would want to likely have a conversation with your doctor about what they think about that. Been trying to get my friend to switch from strips to Sublicade, but Sublicade under our insurance at work is way more expensive. So, Benny, have you had him look at the insupport.com website? There's a lot of people who have saved a ton of money by checking out that website. It's basically like a copay to go with your insurance to cover whatever your insurance won't cover. So if he hasn't yet looked into that, please do that. It's very easy to go on there and see if they'll approve you. It doesn't take long at all. I had to dose 3 times a day at the very end. Just little tiny crumbs kept me on an even kill. I could not sleep without a crumb. But when I stopped, I was not obsessed about dosing, Mama Deb said. Do you have any desire to do a rehab? You don't have to answer that either because I know it's private, but I'm just asking if you feel like sharing. The only reason I ask is because my best friend is going through it. One day at a time, my man. That's what Sonny said. Yep. I want to try sub and the injection to stop using. That's what Genesis says. So have you reached out to a doctor, Genesis? Get your appointment made and get on the path right away, my friend. They'll probably have you do some counseling to go with that. And dang, man, that would really be a huge step in the right direction if you can make that call and get set up with somebody in your area. That's what's up, Sonny. I love this community. Always positive vibes. Yes, Benny, absolutely. Always try to keep it positive around here, guys. You know that. What times do you start on Wednesdays and Sundays? Thanks, Darlene says. So on Wednesdays, we start at 3 p.m. Mountain Time, which is 5 p.m. Eastern. Sundays, we start at 5 p.m. Mountain, which is 7 p.m. Eastern. Deb, those crumbs, laugh out loud. I'll never forget doing that, Sonny said. I think Zach has us all beat with like the mini, scrawny, tiny little doses. Like breaking out the diamond scale to measure crumbs. That's just a whole different level of tapering right there. I never even thought of anything like that when I was tapering. So Savant says, I paid $600 to see Dr. Ken Starr. Whew. And I feel like if I don't get the shot, it's like a waste of money. I'm just nervous that the constipation is going to be so bad, I don't think I can go through it. So did he say what dose he would start you on, Savon? Because I think you said you're on like 6 milligrams of Suboxone, right? I mean, if you're really that worried about constipation, and that's like the major thing that's holding you up from switching to Sublicade, you could literally try to switch to like a liquid diet for the first few days, right? Or you can take supplements over the counter. There's a lot of different things you can do to combat the constipation, guys. And you know, most of the time it's usually just going to be like the first week or so that it's going to be an issue, if it's going to be an issue, right? Some people say that they didn't have worse constipation, but if that's something that you're really worried about, you know, there's always ways around it that you can kind of patch your way through until the dose wears down some. So, but I understand your concern. Constipation is a major concern for me too. I can't tell you how many times I was like so upset. Like, it could really ruin your whole damn day, right? If your stomach's like pushing out and you can feel that your stomach's full and you're not getting enough stuff out, right? So really, that's why I've made so many videos about constipation, guys, because it's very important that you don't, you know, you're not sitting there suffering all day due to constipation. Genesis, you need to start a plan because 20 years can result to longer if you don't have a plan. My doc was my DOC was benzos and stimulants. I'm currently abstinent. I support my friends in MAT. Abstinence can be tough. Yeah, absolutely. That's a good comment, Megan. Thank you for making that. It's good to see you on that channel here lately. I remember seeing you on here last week too. Nope, you got my question. Thanks. I know it's a little delayed. I appreciate you guys. Yeah, it looks like today I'm only about 10 minutes behind the comments instead of the usual 20 or 30 minutes. Although we do have 25 people in here. That's a good amount of people here. So guys, make sure that you smash that like button if you haven't yet done so. Savon, just megadose some vitamin C and magnesium and you'll blow your colon out for certain. And there's also, as Marky said, yeah, there's a lot of ways around constipation, guys. You just have to try different things and find what works. A friend of mine, Kenny, who I had spoke with, so I was talking with him about what are they called? Enema, whatever they're called, guys, where you push something up there and then it kind of melts everything in there and then it comes out. You know, if you haven't been able to use the bathroom for 4, 5, 6 days, you might want to get that figured out, right? And that's really scary to think about, not having a full bowel movement, right, for that long. So if you need to go to the store and get those and just chill for a while, then do that. Clear that stuff out, right? He was telling me that he's like, I do it the old school way. I was like, what's that? He's like, I guess there's like some kind of bucket or something that you can do with a tube, and you just and it just pushes the hot water in there and clears you right out. I guess that's like the old school way that they used to do that. He said that works way better than any type of like medication or supplement or anything like that. So there's a lot of ways, guys, to help with constipation. So don't let that hold you back if that's like the main thing that's holding you back from getting out of the Suboxone grind lifestyle, I always call it. Yeah, Megan. So Megan says maybe MAT will develop. Who knows? Like you said, it will be interesting to see where everything will be in a year. Yeah, things could be a whole lot different next year. You know what I mean? Like just seeing how much things have changed here on this channel and this community in the past 12 months. It's been a huge amount of people finding their way off of Suboxone, whether that's tapering themselves off, cold turkey jumping. Some people have done that, and some people have switched to the Sublicade, right? So there's been a lot of people making changes. If what you're doing isn't working, then change something, because if it's not working, it's not working. Years can just go on by, and all these years could just float on by and you never did nothing about it to try something else, right? So always, if it's not working, try something else, guys. I've actually done the patch before. Unfortunately, I was allergic to it, Savon says. Holy crap. That's very interesting. That's very interesting because it's literally the same thing that's in, it's the same thing that's in Suboxone, right? So I wonder if it was just something with the actual patch that you're allergic to. That's interesting. What are you doing back there, little girl? Look at her just chilling. Chilling in the corner. You just hanging out? She's never done that before. She's just always hanging out downstairs. Marky, what type of vitamin C on anything? Let's see. Marky, what type of vitamin C, anything on Amazon that I should get, like a powder? Hold on, guys. Let me put the screen up. Because I've tried both and it didn't work, she says. Oh, I love this. Okay, KG. So KG says, so I went to see Dr. Park when I left. When I left, he said, yes, he would get the shot ordered. He called me today and said he wants me to do the patch instead. He said he's concerned about the cost of the shot. So it sounds like you probably didn't see my my comment that I left on your response, KG, the other day. So that's literally what I was thinking, and that's what I had meant. That's what I had mentioned on the on your comment. You're right in that range. I think you're at like 1.5 milligrams, right, to where you're right in the range that shot or the patch could be perfect for you, right? It should be, now I'm not sure like what your financial situation is as far as like your insurance and all that goes, or if your insurance will pay for the shot or not. These are all things that have to come into play, right? Because to pay cash retail for that shot, it's going to be super, super expensive to do that. And it's much cheaper to go the patch route instead. And also, the patch has some different, it has its pros and its cons, just like anything else, right? I would love to hear how the patch works for you if that's what you end up doing. I'm not sure if you've already started that or not, but I think it's a great idea, honestly, especially where you're at. Did he say how much the shot would end up costing you? And that's good that he did that, because there's a lot of doctors that will basically just send you a huge bill in the mail, right? And you'll get this major bill for the shot and you had no idea it was going to cost that much. I remember, guys, who was it? It was a while ago. He told me he got a bill for $5,000. What? How is that possible? I was like, dude, they're scamming you, because the retail price on the Sublicade website literally says like $1,900 or something, right? So it should never cost anybody any more than that. Then even that is like outrageous. So I'm not sure what your insurance is, or if you've tried the insupport.com website to see how much they would cover after your insurance. But yeah, probably the simplest way from here, in my opinion, and cheapest way for KG would be the shot, or sorry guys, the patch. I definitely I tried to go the patch route, guys. I don't know if you guys remember me talking about this, but I wanted to go the patch route. And my doctor was just like, let's just do the Sublicade because you've got the insurance that's going to pay for it. And he didn't have a lot of experience using the patch, but I definitely I know that there's a lot of people in Australia that use the patch, and they all have told me that it's worked great for them. So if you've got a kind of doctor that's willing to help get you dialed in on the patch, then I would definitely consider that a great option. Hopefully you told him I said hi, KG. Hopefully you told him I said hi. Is there a certain brand for vitamin C? Deb, did you work out a lot too? I hated Suboxone so much I was ready. Tapering so low made it so much easier. Oh, so there's the other Megan right there. Okay, so for some reason I thought maybe it was the same Megan, just on a different screen name, kind of how Savon sometimes has two different screen names. So the Megans are different. They're two different Megans here. So what's up? What's up, Meg B? Good to see you in here. Good to see you. Let's see. Sorry about the typos. He said it's best to take it in the morning because otherwise you're constantly thinking about it and that becomes a habit. Absolutely. Yeah, I agree for sure. I agree. Yep. The best way you could possibly use Suboxone is take it first thing in the morning and just get on with your day. Take it that one time. But like I said, guys, if you're suffering with constipation, that might not work out, right? Because you need to, once you take your dose for the day, you're not going to be able to use the bathroom more than likely. So that's why I always waited, and it took me till like 11 in the morning every day just to use the bathroom. KG says, I was disappointed, I can't lie, but I'm willing to try his suggestion. Yeah, I mean, like I said, KG, it depends on your insurance and how much that shot would cost you, because it could really add up quick and you could be getting some huge bills in the mail. If all things aren't firing right, as far as like the shot cost, you really want to make sure, guys, if you're considering Sublicade, that you talk to your insurance, find out if there's a patient portion or how much you're going to need to pay to stay on it each month, right, guys? Because you don't want to get in the situation where you receive a bill in the mail and you're like, what, $2,000-$3,000 just for one shot? That's a horrible position to be in when we're already struggling with our addiction and fighting our addiction and trying to seek help, and then throw a huge, massive bill on top of that, right, guys? Honestly, KG, if I was in your shoes, I would be stoked to try the patch. I'm not going to lie. I would definitely be stoked to try that. Just like me, remember, guys, like nobody was on Sublicade, and then I did it, and look how many other people tried it and it worked out for. Like, you could be one of those people for the Butrans patch. I think the only other person that has shared on this channel about the Butrans patch was Ali, and then there was somebody else from Australia that was on here like a year ago, right? Not a lot of people on this channel anyway have talked about that. Plain Little Me says, I want freedom so badly. Oh, look at me getting behind, more behind the comments here. So Saban says, P.S. I need a buddy to go through this with. Anyone available? So if anyone wants to reach out to Saban, she's wanting basically a taper partner, or, you know, I guess it depends on really what she does from here. She might be switching to Sublicade. It sounds like that's the plan, right, Savan? Or did you guys come up with the final plan as far as like what you're actually going to do? My ex MIL just OD'd on those dirty 30s. They're dangerous. She didn't survive. Oh my gosh, dude. Plain Little Oh Me, that sucks. Do you guys read that comment I've got on the screen right there? So I think my ex-mother-in-law just OD'd on those dirty 30s, guys. These fake 30s out there, they're everywhere. I can't tell you how many videos I see where they're just confiscating millions of these fake pills. They're coming here by the day in your area, guys. They're everywhere. Please be careful if you guys are buying the stuff. Please, guys, get some freaking help. Good friend of mine answered my question. Naltrexone and Wellbutrin for stimulant drug of choice. Thanks for the safe place in here. Naltrexone and Wellbutrin. Have you guys heard of that? What Megan just said? I'm going to post that up on the screen here. So I know that I remember Nicole was trying to talk to Dr. B about using, let's see. So, okay, so for stimulant, I remember Nicole was trying to talk to Dr. B about using, do you guys remember? You probably remember what I'm talking about, Kimmy, right? Yeah, she's already answering what I'm saying before I even say it. Kimmy knows what I'm trying to get at here. I think she knows where I was going to go with that. I was going to talk about, we were just recently talking about it, guys. It was, you guys know what I'm trying to say, right? Kimmy, say what I'm trying to say. What's the word I'm looking for? We've been talking about it recently. The stimulant, the Adderall, right? So some people have mentioned possibly using Adderall for stimulant abuse, like meth and stuff, right? But I don't think that there's many studies that have shown that that is the way to go. But I just know that some people, some doctors might be willing to do that off label, guys. So hold on a sec. We just got a sponsorship from somebody, but my phone is not cooperating. So give me just a moment, guys. I'll pull that up in just a minute here. That's really sucky what plain little me said, though, about ex-mother-in-law. Dude, that's freaking really crappy. What is wrong with my phone, guys? Hold on a sec. Oops. Turning my flashlight on. 2 seconds, guys. I had the weirdest thing happen, guys. The weirdest thing the other day. So I had my power go out. I had to do a random inspection by my landlord. They needed to do some walkthrough for some loan thing. So I had that happen. My power went out. Then my cell phone Wi-Fi went out or whatever. Like the T-Mobile Wi-Fi went out. And then my house internet went out. And then we had this, I thought it was a bomb or an earthquake, and it ended up being some test site explosion. Like people were hearing it for miles and miles and miles, guys. It was super freaking scary. Like I was like, dude, that was an earthquake. I know what a freaking earthquake feels like. That was totally an earthquake. But supposedly the news came out and said it's just a test site explosion. I guess they're trying to get rid of some type of explosions or something. I don't know. It's kind of freaking scary that they could just blow stuff up right down the street, basically. So yeah, it is what it is. We're still alive here today. Just want to send a shout out to a couple of sponsors that we just got on this video, guys. So KG Smith coming through with a monstrous $25 super chat, baby. Dropping that bomb up in here. That's KG in the F-16. Oh shit! There she goes with that bomb, dropping that, clearing us out with the sponsor bomb in the house. It sounded just like what I heard down the street from my house the other day. It was so scary, guys. So shout out to you, KG Smith, for sponsoring today's live stream, baby. Dropping those bombs up in here. I appreciate you. Says, what'd she say? I knew you'd make me feel better. Yeah, you should definitely not be feeling let down about that, KG. Trust me, if I was in your shoes and I had the chance to do Butrans, you probably weren't around the channel at this time, but I was so... Do you guys remember I made that video before I got on Sublicade? Go back and do a search on my video for Butrans patch. I made a few of them, and I had Dr. Chris Park on my channel to talk about Butrans patch, and I was so excited at the time. I was like, this can work. This really can work. I need to get this patch. And we had a couple discussions about it. So there is some information if you go Kicking Addiction Butrans, just do a search on YouTube. I've done a few videos about it. I had my hopes so high, and then I couldn't. This was before I got back in touch with my doctor, right? So I'd reached out to them to find out if they could do the Butrans, and they never even called me back. So I was like, bruh. But then once I got the good insurance, then of course they're like, oh yeah, we'll take you in here. Here's your Sublicade shot, right? So yeah, if I had the choice to do Butrans, I definitely would have done that. Absolutely, KG. I'm telling you, I would have definitely tried that. And I really hope to hear that you do that and that it works out great for you. So let us know how that goes, KG, or if you and Dr. Chris Park decide to end up doing the shot, then that works too. Maybe you could try the Butrans first and use the shot as like your backup plan if your insurance will allow for it. And we also just had Marky Rizzo with a $5 Cash App, baby. Shout out to Marky Rizzo for the $5 Cash App, baby. He says, woo! Dropping bombs up in here as well. Marky Rizzo, thanks for the $5 Cash App, brother. I appreciate you. And shout out to you guys for dropping some love on this channel, baby. I appreciate you guys. I really do. I really do. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't see Mikey in the house yet, so I've been waiting for him, but I don't know if he's going to show up today, guys. Let's see here. How's your weightlifting going, Marky? Any new improvements on that? I think you did a 225 bench recently, right? I know Marky's really been grinding up in the gym lately, so good to see you guys finding some love in the fitness lifestyle. Let's see, where am I at in the comments? I'm still a ways back, guys, so bear with me. Okay, so Benny says, yeah, we did. Comes to $850 for the first shot of the year, and then $250 for each shot after. Okay, so awesome. First shot of the year. So it sounds like the first shot is more expensive for some folks, and then $250. I mean, that's a lot better than $2,000, right? That's a lot better. So there we go. Some people are finding out that, so I'm assuming Benny's talking about the in support, right? KG says, I told him you said hello and for him to come on the channel soon. He laughed. Yeah, we're definitely due to have Chris Park back on the channel for a third interview, guys. I've already had him on twice. So hopefully I'll have him on here sometime in the near future, maybe later this summer or something like that. Would be awesome. I would recommend looking into mind-body medicine for anyone dealing with chronic pain, Vitamin Z says. The new research about the role the brain plays causing pain is amazing. That's a great comment, Vitamin Z. Try and stay the course. Take some, but it's working on getting on yourself no matter how long. So Sonny, this November will be 3 years off Suboxone for Sonny. So shout out to you, Sonny. Damn, dude, I can't believe 3 years went by that fast, brother. Congratulations, Sonny. I bet you feel like a badass mofo up in here having 3 years. That's really, really awesome. And Sonny's still coming around here talking and inspiring people in the chat here. I always seen him coming up in here with a good attitude. So shout out to you, Sonny. I appreciate you, brother. Savon says, I love you guys so much. Oh, Savon, you little sweetie. You little sweetie up in here. She's always super sweet and kind. Very kind. Be right back. Yeah, we did. Let's see. I'm still a huge believer in opioid-induced hyperalgesia. That's a hard word for me to say, including MAT. I think they eventually make your brain think the pain is worse than it is. And as Marky says, don't forget to hit that like button for the stream, guys. Thank you, Marky. I appreciate you. It looks like we've got 26 likes. That's pretty good, guys. I appreciate you guys smashing that like button. We usually try to get over 30, and it looks like we're only at about an hour and 15 minutes. So super shout out to you guys that have smashed that like button. Compared to 30 a month for strips, Benny says. So it's much cheaper to be on the strips for a lot of people, right? Pretty much the lower income you are, probably the cheaper / free Sublicade would be, depending on what your insurance situation looks like, right, guys? Don't forget to check with your health department if you're interested in Sublicade or even Suboxone. A lot of times they'll give you this stuff free of charge. Or if you're out of work, you can probably get on your state insurance and they'll likely pay for it for free. Don't quote me on that, obviously. Kevin Doc Park told me to start the patch ASAP and continue to wean from the Suboxone. This is the first time I've heard of this type of tapering. Tell me your thoughts, please. So, KG, I don't know if you remember, we had Jill on the channel for a brief time, but I recently spoke to her on Clarity, and she had the smallest patch possible, and she was making progress with her Suboxone taper, and she was way underdosed on the patch dose, right? So, KG, have you seen the video that I did with Dr. Park talking about the Butrans patch? We really go into some amazing information on that video, talking about dosing and stuff like that. So if you haven't seen that video yet, I definitely would encourage you to go watch that. I want to say we did that video somewhere around a year ago, but you could easily find it on my channel. I promise I won't say Kevin said. Yeah, definitely, definitely. Whatever you guys come up with, it doesn't have anything to do with me, as KG said, right? Like, at the end of the day, he's a doctor and I'm not, guys. So just remember that. I'm just somebody who has a lot of experience in dealing with this stuff and talking to a lot of people, right? I'm not an actual doctor, so I can't obviously give anybody medical advice on this channel. I can just say what I would do in that situation. But yeah, KG, depending on the doses and stuff and where you're at with your taper, which I think you're at 1.5 milligrams, honestly, like I would just take whatever patch he gives you and try to stop taking it and only use a little tiny bit, maybe here and there. I don't know if he says that if you're able to just fully stop taking Suboxone immediately, you might be able to, right? I would say take whatever he gives you and push yourself as hard as you can, right? And another thing that you need to be ready for, KG, is that the Butrans patch is going to be a lot like Sublicade. And what I mean by that is it's a 24/7 slow dose, right? You're not going to feel the highs and the lows like you do when your Suboxone kicks in because the half-life is so much longer. So the Butrans patch, you should be feeling stable all day and all night. You're not going to have this stuff like you do when you take the Suboxone sublingually, right? So don't be thrown off, KG, if you take your patch and you don't feel it boost in like that. That's not what you want to feel on Butrans or Sublicade. You don't want to feel the highs and lows. You just want to feel steady. You want to feel like you're not in any type of withdrawal, right? So that's the goal. That's what you want to feel like when you're on this. So just don't expect to feel that rush or that boost of energy maybe that some people get, whatever you get from Suboxone, right? Just don't expect to feel that and you won't be let down with it because that's exactly how you would feel once you're on Sublicade anyway, right? Use a full cap of Miralax per day and you'll go like clockwork again. That's a great comment. Kimmy says, never worked for me playing. Yeah, sometimes people say that those things really help and really work, and then some people say it doesn't do anything. So it's really about how your body reacts to each thing, right? It's going to be different for everybody. So just keep trying things until they work. Try different things. Try something for a few days or a week. If it doesn't work, try something else. And there I go, getting super far behind in the comments. That's how I know you guys are killing it in the comments, is if I get this far behind. Suzette says, how do I taper off of 10 milligrams of Suboxone? Strip Suzette. So if I was on 10 milligrams of Suboxone, I would go down to 8 milligrams and stabilize there for however long it takes, a week, 2-3 weeks, whatever it is. Then I would go down to 6 milligrams. Then I would go down to 4 milligrams. And then I would start to slow it down under 4 milligrams. I would go to 3 milligrams, 2 milligrams, 1.75, 1.5, 1.25, 1 milligram, 0.75, 0.5, and then go down a little lower if you can. But obviously, guys, remember, talk to your doctor about how to taper. There's many videos on YouTube about people sharing their taper and what worked for them. I have a lot of videos myself from the past years of tapering Suboxone. Yes. enema and enema, whatever, however you want to say that, however you're supposed to say that, I don't know, is the way to go. I'm regularly doing that, KG says. So I remember the one time I had to bring out is it enema? Enema? I always get that mixed up. I remember the one time I had to use that when I didn't go to the bathroom for 7 days. I was so scared, you guys, and that saved me big time. Big time. Before you try any suppositories or meds or even enemas, I would suggest rectal Kegels. What? I don't think I've heard of that. Thai seeds and high fiber diet works wonders. I hope Reed is okay. I figured he would give some update. Yeah, that's a good point, Sonny. I always see him commenting in here, so at least I'm seeing him comment. But yeah, I haven't seen any updates from him for a long time. I hope he's doing all right with everything. I understand not wanting to post anything anymore after getting off subs, though. Your mind changes so much after. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, there's a lot of people that make videos for like a certain amount of time and then they just don't want to make videos anymore. So hopefully he's doing all right. I know he checks in on this channel and watches a lot of the content here, so that's cool. Benny says, my sister-in-law company works for Indivior, has a medication coming out that helps with meth addiction. Really good results so far in testing, she said. So they're testing some medications right now. And Indivior is the same company that made Suboxone and Sublicade. Damn, KG, you're having to do that at 1.5 milligrams. You're still that's surprising for me. Yeah, for me, I never had constipation when I was anything under 2 milligrams a day. I was able to use the bathroom pretty dang normally. But yeah, it just affects everybody so different. I know I heard Florida man say he's still dealing with constipation even on like 1 milligram. Damn, what the hell? Marky says, Sonny, I think he's taking kratom, my dude. So are you talking about Reed taking kratom? Is that what you say, Marky? Or are you talking about Matt? I think a lot of people take kratom when they come off Suboxone. Just do some research about it, KG. Flushed the liver. It flushed the liver, I think. Hang tight with me, guys. I know I'm way behind in the comments. I know I'm way behind. I'm trying to get caught up. I don't file my insurance for fear of losing my job. Hospital worker. Oh, wow, KG. Yeah, you definitely want to try. Yeah, you definitely would want to try that. Yeah, if you're not doing insurance, Sublicade is going to be way too expensive. Way too expensive. I would 100% go the Butrans patch route if I was down to as low of a dose as you are, way before I would do Sublicade. Especially if you're cash paying this stuff. Absolutely. I wouldn't even be a question for me at all. So Sivan earlier said, yep, she's on 6 milligrams. I mean, she's already on liquid diet. Yeah. If you're able to do a liquid diet, I think you'll be just fine, Sivan. I think you'll be just fine. For me, the constipation got worse for like the first week after each shot, and then it would just be good to go after that. So the important thing is to stay up on it, guys. If you're taking Sublicade shots and you're worried about constipation, really need to keep an eye on things for the first week until you start to use the bathroom normally, and then you can kind of go on with things as they were, right? The shot would be $2,000, which I was willing to pay, but he thinks I may need 5 to 6 shots. So, I mean, think about how much that would be, KG. That's a lot of money. That's 10, 12 grand. Oh, I wouldn't do it. I mean, I know you're probably a baller like that, but still, 12 grand is a lot of money. That's a lot of money. I would definitely go Butrans patch for sure. Definitely would do that first. Way first. Can't leave the house today because of it. Savon says, Kevin, did working out help a lot for constipation? Yeah, I'm drinking a half a gallon of water a day, Savon, if you can. Take some sort of supplement. For me, I took a stool softener before bed every night for the first week. And then after that, I was totally fine. But yes, working out and walking and running, that should definitely help get things moving, so to speak. Let me see if I can switch this over to this. So I'm bouncing over to the actual live chat over here, and it looks like Mikey is in here, guys. So Mikey has wanted to be a moderator for this channel for quite some time now. Mikey, I appreciate you showing extreme amounts of love to this channel. So we're going to go ahead and make you a moderator, brother. I went through the mod list the other day, guys. I haven't never even reviewed that. You guys know that I don't just let everybody be a moderator on this channel. So I had to clear out a few moderators from the past that we don't really see on the channel. So I'm not going to say who those people are because I don't want anybody to feel bad. But ideally, my moderators can at least be on the channel sometimes and check in with us and let us know how they're doing, you know, etc. And check in the comments. And if I don't see my moderators for months at a time, then it's probably best to let somebody come in who is more active and checking in with the channel on a frequent basis, right, guys? So go ahead and add Mikey as our moderator to the channel, guys. So shout out to you, Mikey. You should have a blue wrench right there, my friend. So I had removed, guys, I removed 2 or 3 older moderators that I just haven't seen for a while. And so we just added Mikey. We just knighted him into the to the club. Get me the sword out and get Mikey down. We might have room for one more. I don't want to get too many mods up in here, but I have my eye on a couple people, so I'm going to bring that up to them probably in the near future. I'm just going to kind of see if they're going to continue hanging out on the channel. So yeah, guys, it's not something that I want to just give a blue wrench to everybody. I understand a lot of people would like that, and I appreciate you guys who have asked for that. But I definitely would like to kind of pick out the moderators for the channel basically mostly based on if you're here all the time or most of the time. Like, as you guys see the moderators that we have, Marky's here every week. Mama Deb, she's here every week. Kimmy B is here every week, right? Like, the moderators that we have, they at least try if they can. I understand life goes on and not everybody can base their whole life around my YouTube live streams. Of course, obviously, I wouldn't expect that. But if you're able to at least check in with the channel sometimes, and you know, that's kind of what I wanted to say about that. So shout out to you, Mikey. I appreciate the love, my brother. I can see that blue wrench right there by his name. And like I said, there's somebody else that I'm considering making a mod. So we'll just kind of hang out for a little bit. I appreciate all my mods. You guys are doing an amazing job on this channel. If you see any trolls, I know that I can count on you guys to wipe them out like it ain't no thing. And you guys always like tell me if I missed a great comment, or, you know, you guys are always helping me out in many different ways. So shout out to you guys. I appreciate you guys. Now that I'm only 30 minutes behind in the comments, I'm gonna have to start skimming through the comments, guys, to get caught up, or else it's never gonna happen. Suzette says, I want to get off Suboxone so bad. So, yeah, Suzette, if you're at 10 milligrams, you could consider getting right on the Sublicade shot at that dose. You would take the 300 milligram Sublicade shot if you don't want to dilly-dally with tapering and if you've got the insurance to pay for it. Sublicade, or you can just start tapering, plan maybe a good year or so to taper yourself off. If you've got the mindset to be able to fight your willpower every day and the brain power to fight. You know, some people are great at tapering. Some people kick tapering right in the butt. Other people, they struggle. Like they'll take 4 one day and then they'll be like, oh, I want an extra boost today. I'm going to take 8 today. And then it ends up being 5 years down the road and they're still doing the same thing, you know, and I really struggle with that a lot. You guys see me go up and down with the dose. I jumped off of certain doses. Like it was pretty hard for me. I'm not going to lie. You guys seen me struggle and I posted those struggles here on this channel if you want to go back and watch those. Is it possible to taper Suboxone without experiencing withdrawals? Yeah, you can taper off of Suboxone either by suffering or by time, right? It's taking a year or two and slowly tapering. That's really the only or some people are saying the Sublicade shot doesn't have withdrawals, which you got to kind of just choose what works best for you. I appreciate the questions though, Suzette. And please keep checking in with us. We do live streams every week. We got a lot of people that have been where you want to go, right? A lot of people in this chat right now have tapered successfully off of Suboxone. Kimmy earlier said, to me, that's like using beer to stop drinking vodka. I think she was talking about using Adderall to come off of meth. I think that's what she was referring to. Megan said, hashtag Sublicade. Kai says, I'm just bouncing back and forth between the older chat and the newer chat. Kai says, I have experienced close to no withdrawal from Sublicade. Shout out to you, Kai. Good to see you up in here, brother. Oh my gosh. So what Savon was talking about a little bit earlier. So she's like only the second person I've ever heard say that she's experienced swelling from Suboxone. I know Jen was saying that she had like way bad swelling in her leg and it was directly related to being on Suboxone. Her knee has been swollen for 4 months. Shout out to Kimmy for listening to me cry and complain. I'm sure she's thinking, girl, get a counselor. Dang, you guys have been going off in the comments, guys. Holy moly. It's getting harder and harder every week for me to keep up with all the comments. Yeah, Savon's looking for a taper twin, guys. If you guys haven't found her yet, looks like she's ready to find somebody to help her through this. She don't want to be alone no more. Okay, scrolling through the comments, Everyone smash that like button, show some love. Cali Love, I didn't know you were still in here. Good to see you, girl. Still hanging out. Supposed to do the shot, but I feel like having a twin either way is so supportive because I don't know what is the final outcome just yet. But just general, the support is so helpful. I feel you, girl. I feel you. Did you guys plan a date on the shot then yet, Savan? Cali Love, great walk. Gangsta, West Coast gangsta. So Mikey says, thank God the pain is gone. 16 milligrams of Subutex. So, okay, so Subutex is working for your pain then, right, Mikey? Mikey, did you end up talking to your doctor about what we spoke about last week? About the, whatever else he prescribed you? I think it was Loratab or something like that. Did you ask him about that? I'm just curious if you got an update on that or not. And did you guys hear that? We just dropped a $30 sponsor bomb on the channel, baby. Oh shit, here we go, here we go. Kimmy just dropped a big old sponsor bomb on the channel, guys. She says, ain't nobody got time for that shit. What you talking about? Got time for that. Shout out to you, Kimmy, for showing the love up in here once again, girl. $30 sponsor bomb showing the love up in here. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Kimmy. You guys are showing the love up in here lately, and I really appreciate you ladies hooking it up. Ladies and gentlemen, I should say, hooking it up in here. I appreciate you showing your love and obviously going off in the comments and keeping the comment section clean of trolls. Killing it up in here, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ain't nobody got time for that. Have you guys all heard that before? Apparently I was one of the only people that hadn't heard that before or seen that video skit. There was like millions of views on it. Shout out to you, girl. Shout out to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Kimmy, hooking it up in here like always. Kimmy is always helping out here. KG Smith always helping out here big time, guys. Huge sponsors of the channel. I appreciate you guys. Do you feel, okay, Mikey, do you feel guilty being on subs as you did on your DOC? Wow, that's a good question, Suzette. So do you guys feel guilty being on Suboxone as you did of your drug of choice? For me, I definitely can relate to feeling guilty, mostly on the higher doses of Suboxone. When I was on high dose, I would like self-guilt myself. There was like this internal guilt feeling. But it definitely wasn't as bad as when I was spending $3,000 a month getting pills off the street and being like screwed up in front of my family, right? Like I've never had that feeling from Suboxone, like nodding out. I don't mean to laugh because it's not funny. It's definitely not funny, but yeah, like I was so much more guilting myself when I was taking high doses of oxy every single day. I mean, I hated looking at myself every single day. That's a good comment. Suzette, the fear of withdrawal is much worse than it really is, Deb says. Another thing I'd say is if you expect withdrawal, you will feel withdrawal. The brain is powerful and can make symptoms where there are none. Absolutely. That's an awesome comment right there. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, if you're constantly wondering like where's the withdrawal? Is that a withdrawal? Like you'll psych yourself out into thinking that you're in withdrawal. You know what I mean? In my opinion, unless you can feel your restless legs kicking in the middle of the night and you're not able to sleep through the night, those are like the two things that it's like, okay, that's not really a question. Is it withdrawal? That's withdrawal. For me, that's what it's like for me. Insomnia and restless legs. And when I say insomnia, I'm not just saying, oh, it was a little rough to sleep last night. I'm thinking, no, you cannot fall asleep to save your life. The doctor does the prescription, Kevin does the education. I love that. That's hilarious, KG. Yeah, I mean, think about it, guys. All the doctors, they don't have, they don't have all the time in the world to go over every little tiny little side effect possibility. Watch out for this, watch out for that. They've got to see a lot of people, right? So it's up to you guys to do your own homework on all your medications. The doctors, they don't have the time to do that. So yeah, you guys are all doing your homework right here, talking to other like-minded people who have been where you are, right? So that's awesome. That's funny. Okay, I'm slowly making a little bit of progress on. And just if you guys are watching this on the replay, don't forget to just change the settings to 2x, because obviously I sometimes take a long time to get to the next comment. So I know that if I was you guys, I would be listening on 2x to get to the information much faster, twice as fast. So Mikey says, last session, if I want to get off everything, I'm going to do my 4th ketamine infusion. So this is like Mikey gets a lot of assistance from ketamine for sure. I've heard other people say similar too. Darlene, I lasted about 6 months, but the pause was so horrendous I started using again. Now, as of last October, I'm back on Suboxone again. I was spending $1,200 a month on my habit. Ugh. Yeah, I know what that feels like, Suzette, for sure. I was spending $3,000 a month, and that was back when $3,000 was a chunk, right? Like that was 10 years ago or so. I mean, that'd be like $6,000 in today's money, maybe more. Savon, you just change your picture again? Your picture looks different already. Suzette, you're in the right place. So many resources, and I'm looking forward to sharing my story with you. If you feel comfortable, but you're definitely in the right place, and we are all here for you. That's a good picture, Savon. Let's see. Sherry says, has anyone tried to? Let's see. Sorry, guys, my eyes are getting kind of blurry here. Has anyone tried the prescription Trulance for constipation? It works, but it's pretty expensive. If you have good insurance, you might want to check into it. It's a 3 milligram tablet. Thank you, Sherry. Yeah, I've heard that there are some prescription medications specifically for this stuff. So maybe talk to your doctor if you're struggling with constipation or you're worried about it. Find out what, get a few different tips from your doctor. That way, if one doesn't work, you can try another one. Because there's always ways to get around things and to like at least band-aid things for a little while, right? To where you can get through without your freaking guts blowing up. It's scary thinking about that happening. Kimmy says, I jumped at 0.5 milligrams and had moderate pause. Others in here went much lower and had only experienced sleep and energy issues. So yeah, if you did cold turkey last time, Suzette, then if you can taper off, it'll be a much easier withdrawal for sure. I know I see Florida man Dan worrying about that a lot because he cold turkeyed I think 16 milligrams last time, and so I think he's like super worried that it's going to be the same way getting off of the small dose that he's on, and he's tapered down to like a milligram now. It's like that right there should make it much, much easier, even if you jumped off at 1 milligram, right? If you could make it off of 16 milligrams, then jumping off of 1 milligram or a quarter of a milligram, it should be child's play. Speaking of child's play, I'm Chucky. Yeah. You guys ever watch that movie? That shit's funny. Chucky's freaking hilarious. Get your gallbladder removed. 0 constipation. Laugh out loud. In Illinois, we got terrible air quality. I've been going swimming 4 times a week. Is it from the fires? I remember Kimmy was sharing about how bad the smoke was, and I was like, holy crap, yeah, that looks bad. Okay, gonna start going speedy through the comments here, guys. I really want to talk about the Suboxone versus Kratom for just a minute and get your guys' input on this as well. Scrolling. Keep them doggies scrolling. Kevin, the fact that you even take time to respond to each comment is very rare. Most people don't do that, so it's okay. We love you anyways. Thanks, Savon. Yeah, you guys know I always try to make it a point to respond to every comment, but with the growing community here and you guys just killing it in the comments, sometimes it might not always be possible for me to do that. So I'll do my best, guys. I'll always continue to try to read as many comments as I can. If I had insurance, I would have done Sublicade, Mama Deb says. People seem to have better experience than tapering, just my thought. And Deb's been around the channel for a long time, so she's seen the difference. Oh, cool. We got a newbie here. So shout out to you. Blue Steel says, I just got my first Sublicade shot about an hour ago. I've been on subs for 8 years, hoping to come off completely this winter. So Savon, there you go. There's your taper twin right there. If you get on Sublicade in the near future, Blue Steel is your person. There's a lot of people who I see comments almost every day. I just got my first shot, or I'm getting my first shot next week. So there's a lot of people that are switching right now to Sublicade. So congratulations, Blue Steel, getting your first shot. Welcome to the Sublicade gang, and hopefully you're able to move on from the oral addiction or the sublingual addiction. I guess I should start to be more correct with my words. You guys know when I say oral Suboxone, you guys know what I mean, right? Sublingual Suboxone. You put it under your tongue or in your cheek. Sometimes I hear myself saying oral Suboxone. This sounds kind of stupid the way I say that, but it's just what comes out of my mouth. I would have used Sublicade as well had it been an option that I was aware of, Kimmy says. Another thing, Blue Steel, if we could get, even though this was like 20 minutes ago, you commented this, if you could tell us what dose of Suboxone you were on and what dose of Sublicade you switched to. You guys know that I always want to hear that information. If you're recently switching or recently switched to Sublicade, let the people know what dose of Suboxone you were on and what dose of Sublicade that your doctor put you on. Because the transition doses are pretty important as far as how smooth your transition is going to go. If you go from 2 milligrams of Suboxone to the 300 milligram shot, you're going to be smacked in the face real hard for quite a while. Tara, what's up, Tara? Tara's in the house. Says, hey, everyone. Good to see you here. Blue Steel says, I feel fine, but tomorrow will be the real test. Nah, you're going to be just fine. You're going to be just fine. Remember, guys, don't let the little devil on your shoulder make a problem when there's not a problem there. Accepted a job offer yesterday, Tara. Congratulations. Actually, I can't believe it. Just a part-time gig, but it's progress. Congratulations, Tara. Congratulations. That's awesome. All right, catching up, catching up. Tara is going to be a sugar mom in no time. Oh, Peter D, awesome, man. Awesome. Peter D says 4 days, no kratom, only way to push to progress. Good to see you. Shout out to you, Peter. Congratulations on 4 days, no kratom. What dose were you on of kratom, buddy? Like how long have you been on kratom, and what doses have you been taking? Oh shit, Mikey just come through big time up in here, guys. Dropping the sponsor bomb once again, Mikey. Holy smolies, holy smolies. Mikey's flying through in his F-16 fighter pilot baby. Mikey just dropped a doozy of $50, guys, on the sponsor bomb. Shout out to you, Mikey. Woo! Ric Flair says, woo, baby. Dropping a $50 Cash App today. Mikey coming through with the sponsor bomb. Shout out to you, brother. You have been freaking, man, you guys are killing it up in here lately. I appreciate you guys showing this channel a fucking ton of love around here, guys. Thank you. I know you guys know I don't like to curse up in here, but damn, man, you guys are showing the love up in here, and I appreciate you guys. Every one of you guys who have helped out on this channel and made this channel what it is, guys, through your comments and support through the channel. I really love you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, guys, for showing some massive love up in here, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you guys didn't know it, we just made Mikey. He is the newest member of the Blue Wrench gang. We don't have a lot of blue wrenches around here, but the ones we do, we have they up in here killing it. So we had to let go of a couple. Go of a couple blue wrenches that we didn't see them around the channel for a while. So we got to let the people who want to be here step up and wrench up. So shout out to you guys. Shout out to you guys. Let's see here. Where is everyone from? I'm in California, Suzette says. So there's a lot of you guys. It seems like half of you guys are in Cali and half of you guys are in Florida. And then there's like 5% of you guys who are other places. Oh, I skipped way down on the comments. All right. Sorry. I'm going to go back up. Where is it, baby? Oh, I haven't been saying baby. Ooh, baby. I haven't been saying that for a while. Wow. So Kai says, I'm just about to hit 8 weeks since my last Sublicade shot. I still feel good. So man, there's a lot of people who are right around that same time there, Kai. So shout out to you. You gonna be killing it, my friend. Good job. So Mikey says, I'll stick with Sublitex. Yeah, dude, whatever's working for you guys for what you guys are going through. Because we're all, not everybody's struggling with the chronic pain, right? So the chronic pain people, I really feel for you guys with that extra layer of not knowing exactly what to do, right? Because you're trying to manage your addiction, you're trying to manage your pain, and you're just trying to do the best that you can, guys. So I appreciate you guys sharing what you guys are going through, what's working and what's not working. Justin says, what's up, y'all? We're going strong. Something like 38 days, I think. Sleep still sucks and sweating throughout the day, but feeling better. Awesome, Justin. Congratulations, buddy. 38 days kicking ass, kicking ass. Kimmy says, I didn't feel guilty, but I didn't feel clean, but y'all know that. Kai, that's badass. Blue Steel said. Yeah, see, so we're seeing people who are just got their first shot today, and some people who haven't had their last shot for 8 weeks, 12 weeks, something like that. It's almost like there's like groups. There's like different groups of people that come through, and then they're all here at the same time, and then they're gone. My doctor prescribed me Seroquel for sleep, and it knocked me out even in my worst withdrawals. Suzette said. Yeah, Seroquel helped me get off of Ambien. So Seroquel definitely worked for me for sleep too. All right, I'm only 10 minutes out in the comments, guys. Okay, here we go, Justin. Here we go. I love the updates, guys. Give me the updates, what you guys are going through, okay? Justin says, Kratom update. I'm allowing myself 2 days a week to take it once a day if needed. I dropped to 1.5 grams while traveling for work this week, and then dropped to 1 gram next week, and then half of a gram the next week and done. Dude, that sounds perfect to me, Justin. Sounds perfect, buddy. Yeah, you're doing it the right way, right there. Calculated, measuring, and only allowing yourself to do X amount, right? Like it can get you out of a jam, but just limit it, just like Justin's doing. I think he's doing an awesome job. Really awesome job. I love hearing that when Kratom really helps people through and they're able to control it. It reminds me of when Sonny used small doses of Kratom here and there to get off Suboxone. If you guys can do that, that's incredible. Okay. I wonder if the shot without the naloxone, if I will have no more swelling. Kevin, did you experience nightmares on the shot? I've kind of experienced nightmares through a lot of my life, guys. So I wouldn't really ever say. The closest thing I've been able to dial it in as far as like relating nightmares to what it could have been causing it is eating sugar before bed. That's the closest thing that I've been able to say I think that's what it is that's causing that. Like if I eat cookies before bed, it's almost guaranteed that I'm having nightmares that night. I wouldn't wish a 16 milligram jump on my worst enemy. I love that comment. I didn't leave my room for 3 months. Wow. Wow. Yeah. Gosh, it's crazy to think how many people we've been hearing on the channel lately who have done a 16 milligram Suboxone jump, right? Suzette's like the third or fourth person I've heard talk about that in the last week or so. Suzette says, Kratom is what made me start buying pills again. Ugh. Kai, were you on Suboxone before? I'm currently on Suboxone, Suzette says. We dropped a bomb on me. I guess I can't play that sound clip anymore, guys. My boy Jeremy G coming through with a $10 Cash App, baby. Dropping the bomb up in here, dropping the bomb up in here. Shout out to you, Jeremy G. I appreciate the love, my friend. I appreciate that love. He wants the Ric Flair, right? Now, sometimes I'll give you guys the Ric Flair or maybe the Macho Man.
Because I'm wild, yeah.
Because I'm wild. That was probably really loud in your ear. Shout out to you, brother. I appreciate you showing the love up in here, and it's good to see you in here. I'm not seeing you in the comments that I'm scrolling through yet, but I'm assuming that you're in the newer comments, so I'll say hello to you. Oh, there he is. There he is. He says, hi, Kimmy. Hey, Marky. So hold on a sec, guys. I feel like I haven't seen you for just a little bit. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure I haven't seen you for a week or so, but hopefully you're doing all right, my friend. Thank you for showing that love up in here. I appreciate that. Did you guys hear what I said earlier about the banner? Is anybody good at that kind of stuff? Where'd he go? Oh, scroll up. What am I doing? There we go. What happened here? Oh. So let's see. Jerem says, hi guys. Hey Jerem. Everyone's saying hello. How you doing, Jeremy? Anything new with you, my friend? So I think I'm way behind on this comment, but Mikey says, did you get something Kevin just sent? Upstate New York. Kimmy B up there in New York. Darlene up in the house. Tara says, I like your shirt, Kevin. Looking classy. Oh, thank you, girl. Thank you. Yeah, I decided to try something a little different today. Look a little bit more adult-like. Since I'm up in here in a tank top every week, figured I'd switch it up for you guys today. Kimmy B says, let's see. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, baby. Thank you, Kimmy. Suzette says, how do I Cash App you? So I appreciate the consideration there, Suzette. There is a link right there on the screen. At the very end of that message is my Cash App sign. Kicking Addiction is all it is. $ Kicking Addiction. If you guys get value in the community and you'd like to show your love up in here, I would greatly appreciate that. You guys help the channel grow. Help me buy some more fancy items to make this a better experience visually and audio upgrades and stuff like that. Let's see here. Suzette info. Yeah, and it's also in the description box, as Kimmy said too. Kevin Zach said he's going to make an update video soon. He's just on an older iPhone. It doesn't work well with the new YouTube update. I gotcha. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's kind of hard to run everything from an iPhone. You guys, I've done that for many years on this channel. So I appreciate you guys that have sponsored the show and made it possible for me to pay for the StreamYard and have all this fancy background and little sound effects things and all this stuff, and got this computer hooked up and the mic and the lights and all this stuff. It's been great, guys. And I've heard a lot of people say that they've enjoyed the new format of the channel and playing songs coming in and out. Like it's like a hugely different experience now. And this is not just so basic and dry around here anymore. I can add some more personality to the show. Looks like I'm only 10 minutes behind in the comments, guys. I will get caught up and just be patient with me. I'm getting closer and closer caught up to the comments section. I can't get that song stuck out of my head. And shout out to Sunny. Sunny just sent a $10 Cash App, baby. Coming through with a sponsor bomb. I appreciate the love, my friend. Boom, blowing it up in here. Shout out to Sunny coming through with a $10 Cash App, baby. I appreciate you showing the love up in here, Sunny. He heard that ding. He heard the notification. Did you guys hear that on the computer too? Sunny dinged it up. Give Sunny the... He was from that time zone. He might recognize that sound. I could see Sonny's guitar on here. That's looking snazzy on there, buddy. Sonny's a musician. He likes to jam out. Sonny, was that you that... I'm trying to remember back in the day. I'm trying to remember if that was you or not. Somebody was like jamming out on Rockin' Roberta's live stream. Was that you, Sonny? I can't remember if that was you or not. Yeah, woo! Ric Flair. I appreciate you showing the love up in here, Sonny. Always coming through up in here. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, brother. I'm trying to remember if that was you that was jamming out on her live stream or not. Because I remember somebody, she was like, sing me a song or play me a song. And then somebody was playing on there. I can't remember if it was you, Sonny, or not. I know that you're into guitars and stuff. I'll see if he posts about that. You guys are showing the love up in here lately. I appreciate each and every one of you guys hooking it up in here, hooking it up in here, baby. No, that was Roberta's. Let's see, that was Roberta's friend. I was commenting on her live. Okay, I got you. So did you watch that one as well? Were you watching when he was jamming out on there? So let's see. I'm curious about what you just said, Sivan. Yeah, man, I was watching. Yeah, Sunny was always up in the live streams as well as myself. Back on Roberta's shows, we were always supporting her, watching her stuff and commenting and stuff. Man, that was a while ago we were up in there. Kimmy, I'm rubbing off on you. Kimmy says, AB first, you need to be on oral Suboxone first. She might be trolling me on that one. Okay, so yes. So AB says, is there any way I can get on Sublicade without going to rehab? Yes, absolutely, AB. Absolutely. Yeah, go to sublicade.com, punch in your zip code if you guys are interested in Sublicade or finding a doctor that can inject it into you. And just a quick side note, guys, off topic, but that's just something that I missed on the video that I made comparing Brixadi to Sublicade, is that's another bonus, another pro, I should say, of Brixadi over Sublicade. Is Sublicade, you can only get injected in around your belly button, right? There's 4 X's around your belly button, and that's where they have to inject it for Sublicade. But on Brixadi, they can literally put it in all sorts of different places, like on the back of your arm, I think, in the buttocks area, around the belly button. I think there's maybe your shoulder. Like there's a whole bunch of different places that you can put it. So that might be a deciding factor for some of you in the future when considering either Brixadi or Sublicade. There's a bunch of different things to go with each of them, right? So that might be a deciding factor. So I just wanted to touch on that really quick since I forgot to mention that. I actually learned about that after. You guys know I do a lot of research on this stuff, and I read a lot of different articles and stuff all day, every day. I put way too much time into researching this type of stuff. But I just wanted to bring that up since I kind of missed that in that video. But yes, you definitely do not have to go to rehab just to get on Sublicade. Absolutely not. I wasn't even required to do meetings with my counselor like I was when I was on the MAT treatment with Suboxone. And now it's obviously going to be different for everybody in each area, but. So Suzette says, does anyone else here struggle with any drugs besides opiates? My doctor prescribed me pain medication about 20 years ago, and I have no idea. I have no idea it was addictive. I've never really struggled with anything. So there's been a lot more people coming around here struggling with alcoholism. I know that really runs in my family and friend group. Almost everybody I know struggles with drinking alcohol too much. But yeah, mostly in here, it's going to be people talking about Suboxone or Sublicade or Kratom. Maybe some people talking about methadone. Lots of people who are trying to recover from fentanyl and oxycodone addiction, Loratab, etc. But obviously, as the channel grows, there's going to be more people talking about different things on the channel as well, and I'm open to that as well. So if you're in here ghost watching and you're struggling with something, it doesn't have to be anything that we're talking about. If you're whatever you're struggling with, guys, talk about it, right? We're all here to support each other in becoming the best version that we can be. You know how the saying goes, right? It's true though. We're all here to kind of back each other up. We see a lot of the regulars up in here every week, and we all start to like know who we are and know what we're going through as well. So yes, just seeing what you just sent there, Suzette. Let's see. Jerem earlier said, hi guys. Good to see you in here, Jerem. If I go get the shot, would you want to help me share it live for other people, or is that helpful? I would be willing. What else did she say? So Savan says, Dr. Kenstar may actually approve because he knows you. Just a thought. So what do you mean by that, Savan? What do you mean by that? He may approve because he knows me. Because he knows me? And would improve what? What do you mean? Give me a little bit more clarification on that, Savan. Oh shit, you guys hear that? You guys hear that? What is that? Suvette over here flying over top of us with a $25 Venmo, baby. Dropping some love with a super sponsor bomb. I appreciate you, Suzette. I appreciate you hopping on here and sharing what you're going through. And I appreciate you showing the love to this channel, especially being a newcomer, apparently, to this channel. Did you just find this channel, or have you been ghost watching for a little bit? I appreciate you showing the love up in here, Suzette. I look forward to hearing the future of how your stuff goes, and just give us updates as you go, okay? We'll be here to support you, all right? You are not alone. You are not alone. I'm here with you, baby. Shout out to her coming through with a $20 Venmo, baby. Thank you for this channel. She says, I just Venmo'd you. I appreciate you showing the love, Suzette. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see. So, what did Sivan, did she respond to that yet? Let me see if she responded to that. So I'm curious what she means about he would approve something with me. Emily, have you tried tapering? So Emily, we've got Emily in the house, says, AB, I have the same problem. I can't find Sublicade. So guys, sublicade.com, type in your zip code and it'll find there's probably a lot more people around you that can give you this shot than you think there is. I'm on oral Suboxone. I got everybody saying oral Suboxone now. Sorry guys, I might need to be more precise when I say some of this stuff. Sublingual Suboxone, or just Suboxone, right? We all know how you're supposed to take Suboxone for several years. I would love to get off of it, but I can't figure out where to get Sublicade without rehab/inpatient. Dallas, Fort Worth area in Texas. So yeah, guys, you should not have to go to rehab to get on Sublicade. I don't know who's saying that, but that definitely should not be true. Sounds like somebody trying to upsell around there. It could be helpful if your insurance is willing to pay for that, right? I mean I always say that it's like an extra level of commitment once you switch from Suboxone to Sublicade. That's a huge like extra jump, right, in your recovery. Like, you're taking the option off the table to use Suboxone in ways that maybe you shouldn't use, or that you've had bad history with using, right? That's no longer an option to do that. The saying goes that you guys have heard me say this, sorry for the old schoolers here. Once you're on Sublicade, you get what you get, and that's it. You're not going to feel the highs anymore. You're not going to feel the daily lows, and you're not going to feel it fall off every day like you do on Suboxone. Once you get on Sublicade, you're going to feel steady 24/7. So don't let your brain trick you into making you think that that's you in some sort of withdrawal, because that's not what withdrawal is. Withdrawal is when you're kicking your legs all night and you're not able to fall asleep. That's withdrawal. Not, oh, I don't feel high because my Suboxone didn't kick in, I must be in withdrawal. That's not withdrawal. You're supposed to feel normal once you're on Butrans patch for kg. You're supposed to feel normal, and you're supposed to feel normal once you're on Sublicade, guys. So I want to make sure anybody considering, and you'll see the people back me up and they'll say the same dang thing about that. You do feel different once you're on the steady stream. So if you're not ready for that, then you're not ready for it, right? But you got to be ready to let the daily highs and the daily lows go. Yep, Deb posted that at sublicade.com, baby. Oh, it didn't go up. So Tara says, I was addicted to alcohol and marijuana, also crack and cocaine at one point. Was absolutely dependent on marijuana. Damn, Tara. From having you on the channel the other night, like I can't picture that. I can't picture you in that type of lifestyle. It's crazy to think how much we can change, and like just how rough life can actually get for all of us, right? Like when I picture FMD on fentanyl, I'm like what? I can't picture it. Sonny says, had to step away for a minute, but I'm back. McWilliams? Wait. McWilliams, that I've got a buddy named McWilliams. That's not you, right? That would be cool if I see one of my actual real life friends on here. Just got home from treatment today. I have 25 days with no subs in my body. Shout out to you, my friend. Awesome, awesome stuff. Let me go ahead and find the trophy. Where is it, baby? It's not on that screen. So if you guys get off of Suboxone, I made a video one time that said there's no trophy for coming off Suboxone, but then I found this trophy emoji. So I'm passing out trophies on here. Congratulations, McWilliams. That's awesome to hear that you've done 25 days with no Suboxone. That's awesome stuff. Damn, McWilliams looking jacked up in here too. I can see the picture popping up over here. Looking shredded, my friend. If that's you on there, if that's you. Jerem says, I'm good. Just been working a lot. That's awesome, Jerem. Working is good, right? That's a good thing. That's a good problem to have. What channel is Marky talking about? Oh, soft white underbelly, yeah. Crazy thing is about they wanted me to leave on the Sublicade shot after only signing myself in to get off sub maintenance. Told them kick rocks with that. I mean, I can see that, and there's a lot of people that do that, right? It depends on really. Let's see. Crazy thing is they want me to leave. Were you? Oh, so he was in there. Wait, I might be misunderstanding. Were you only on Suboxone, or were you in active addiction, McWilliams? It sounds like he was only on Suboxone from what I'm understanding. Yeah, if you can brute force your way through this stuff, that's obviously the fastest way to get off of Bupe is by doing that. But if you can't do it, then that's what Sublicade is for, right? But if you can brute force your way through it with go into treatment and just go through it, that's definitely the fastest way off of it. But here's Megan. Tried to do it on my own for the last 3 years. Signing into rehab is your best bet if you've been on subs long term. I don't think I would dare to do that, honestly. I'm such a hermit that like being out of my element and being out of my bed, even just getting out of my own bed, like I cannot sleep in anybody else's bed but mine. And for me to go be like uncomfortable and not being in my own bed on top of all that, man, you guys, it's amazing how you guys can do that. I don't think that I could do that honestly myself. Do you need to create your own sound on there where you say "ooh baby"? You mean on the little soundboard thing that I have? So I could pretty much make up whatever sound I want, if that's what you mean, Sivan. Kai says, "What's the next upgrade you want, Kev?" So I would really like to get the new iMac, and that's actually what I was gonna do. But apparently they're coming out with a new one later this year, so I didn't want to buy the 2021 version of iMac that has the M1 processor chip or whatever in it. Apparently the new one's going to come with the M3. So I didn't want to go spend all that money on one that's about to become outdated, right? So we got this used one for now that has been working amazing for what we need it to do. And then I could sell this used one when the new one comes out later this year. And I'm sure it's going to end up being probably what, 1,500 or $2,000 for the new one. So, and that'll just make things run a little bit smoother on the channel going forward as well. And I'll be able to do some more editing and stuff like that as well. Just like that, I'm already way behind the comments again. Do you remember Scraps from Roberta's channel, The Pirate? Yes. So when I made the RIP Rockin' Roberta video, I put that part in there where she was talking to Scraps in the video. Because I know that he meant a lot to her on the channel. Trying to skim through the comments to get more caught up in the updated ones, guys. Sorry. Yeah, that's a good point. Kimmy says McWilliams rehab seems to work for a very small percentage of people. Yeah, I have heard a lot of people that went to rehab. Some people went to like 20 different rehabs and still never got it. So it's really all about, guys, just finding what works for you, right? Like if that worked for him, that's awesome. Right? I don't think that I could do rehab successfully. So it's all really about finding what works for you guys, right? Some people are able to just use a little bit of kratom. Some people are able to use Sublicade. Some people, it's just different for all of us at the end of the day. So I've definitely been guilty on this channel in the past, guys, and I want to apologize to some of you if I may have offended you. As far as making it only seem like whatever my way was the only way to do this, because we're seeing here more and more that it's super different for each and every one of us, right? So if I ever made you feel in the past, you know, that you made a mistake and you were feeling good about it and then I made you feel bad, like I really do apologize. I never want to make any of you guys feel like whatever you did or whatever you're doing is not going to work, because it's different for all of us, guys. Sorry for tapping you guys in the ear there. Got to get those natural endorphins hitting, Marky says. Camry, for me, when I think about it, I drive past certain areas so I avoid them. So it's not a trigger. It just pisses me off about what I was and did so long ago. Sonny says. Kenstar is getting it eventually. What's Kenstar going to get, Savon? I'm assuming she's probably talking about Brixaddy. That's my guess, just based on when she made that comment. I remember when I had Dr. Kenstar on my channel and I told him about Brixaddy. He was like, what? Here's the comment from earlier. Suzette says, I Venmo'd you. Thank you for this channel. Thank you, Suzette. I appreciate that, girl. I like the glasses, by the way. Maybe I should wait until it's out because of the gut issues. How do you spell the new drug name? So Brixadi. Savon Brixaddy. Savon, I just put a video out deep diving into comparing Brixaddy versus Sublicade. If you guys haven't seen yet, I posted it literally like last week. It's a 28-minute video, and I dive into a lot of information on that video. Kimmy says, when I say oral sub, I mean either the pill or the strip. Yep, same here, same here. So we vibing on the same page over here, Kimmy. I feel you, girl. I like that your channel is a small community, Kev, but you deserve much more, man. Thank you, Sonny. Yeah, it's definitely been a slow, steady pace around here over the last couple of years. YouTube definitely isn't throwing us any bones on this community, that's for sure. Man, I see some people that make video, like 10 videos, they've got like 50,000 subscribers. I'm like, bruh. That's a good point. What Kimmy says, yep. If we got, if we did have, let's just say we had 50,000 subscribers, it's going to be much less personal. That's a great point. That's a great point, Kimmy. And then I'll only be able to touch on like what, 5% of the comments. Approve me going live while I do the shot. Oh yeah. I mean, you can really do what you want at the end of the day, right, Savon? But I know what you're saying now. Okay, that makes sense. Anyone think the Suboxone pills were stronger than the strips? I've heard some people say that, Darlene. I never noticed a difference. I went through strips 2 times as fast. Maybe it's a good way to start tapering. Move to the strips and easy to cut the strips. I could never tell a difference, guys, whether it was off-brand, if it was tablet, strips. I could never tell a difference. But I have heard some people say that they've noticed differences between, different ones. So, but I personally never noticed. When you first start Sublicade, do not let your brain trick you to think you are in withdrawal. Yeah, I feel like that's the most vulnerable time that you'd be to thinking those thoughts, Kai. Absolutely. Because it is an adjustment, right? To get used to the steady dose versus the spike and fall off for the day. So you just have to be ready for that transition, and then you'll be able to identify it now that you know, right? Like when I got the Sublicade shot, guys, I had no idea about that. Nobody told me that information. So I was like, I don't feel it spiking in every morning. Like I literally, I don't know why I thought this or where I got this idea from, but I thought since it's a steady flow of medication that I was just going to feel it kicking in all day. Just thinking back on that, I laugh. Because it's literally the opposite of that. I was adopted and met my birth mother in my late 20s and found out she was a heroin addict. Isn't it crazy how I wasn't even raised by her, but yet addiction got passed down to me? Wow. Damn. Yeah, somebody was saying last week. So I was like, dude, like I remember my dad was addicted to a whole bunch of stuff, and I always thought like, I don't want to be like him. I don't want to be like that. And then boom, it got me. Sonny says, yeah, it's sad that the other big recovery channels are more about drama and glorifying what they did over and over. Kev is straight up, and I've known him for quite a few years. Yeah, Sonny, you have known me for a long time, dude, for sure. Man, it's been a long time. Sonny's definitely one of the OGs around here, for sure. Suzette says, I literally just found you guys today. Damn, Suzette, where you been, girl? Suzette, well, welcome. Good to meet you, Suzette. I was part of clinical trials for Sublicade 10 years ago. Kai asked a good question. Says, Kevin, what is the time frame where you can say you are completely off of Sublicade? Honestly, dude, that's going to be different for everybody. It's really going to, mostly in my opinion, what that's going to depend on is, first of all, how many shots in total you've had, what the doses of the shots were, and how fast your metabolism is. That's my opinion on how long it's going to take. But generally speaking, see, it's different because if you get 2 shots or if you get 10 shots, it's going to be a huge difference, right? The more shots you get, the longer it's going to take to taper you off. So I've heard one person say he got one 100 milligram shot and it lasted him over 6 months. I was like, what? That is crazy, right? But then I'll hear other people say much different. So it's literally going to be different for everybody on that, Kai. But if I had to throw a rough guess out there, I would say probably your average person is going to be probably 6 months or so after their last shot of when they still have traceable amounts. And there's a totally big difference as far as what's traceable in your blood and your urine versus therapeutic levels. That's 2 totally different things. If you're really young and you only got a few shots, then maybe half that, 2 or 3 months. That's a guess. Again, guys, that's a guess. And there's many factors that come into play. So there's really no way to guess that. That's just my bro science guess stuff right there. So Savant says, I remember when you did the shot live on YouTube. That helpful for me to watch and see the process. And since you had Dr. Kenstar live, it might help others see the process. So I wasn't live when I actually got my shot, Savant, but I did go on live that same day, right after I got the shot. And we did a really long live stream. Do you guys remember that day and the first day I got my shot? So if I understand what you're saying though, Savan, yeah, if he'll let you record you getting the shot, then do that and then send me a copy of that video and then I'll post it on here. Unless you want to start your own channel, that'd be awesome too. Just a quick side note. So if any of you guys if your doctor will let you record you getting the shot and you're not in the position to post that video and you want others to see what it's like for you, feel free to send me a copy of that, guys, and I'll post it up on the channel. So if you guys didn't know, I had Megan literally on the channel. She's over here answering questions. She's literally like the OG when it comes to Sublicade. I know she doesn't like to say that she is, but she is. But I had her on the channel for an interview about her Sublicade experience, and she said that she had no withdrawals. And she literally got off Suboxone or Sublicade like 9+ years ago. And I literally had her on the channel like 2 or 3 weeks ago now. You guys are welcome to go back in my recent live streams and see what she said about that. And that just reminds me too that I have a shorter video of Megan's sharing her information. It's already like chopped up and ready to go. So I'll probably post that on the channel next. So if you guys don't want to go through the live stream to watch that, then it should be out within the next week or so. I'll post that. It's I don't know what it was, 30 minutes she was on the channel, something like that. Whatever, however long she was on the channel is what it'll just be, her getting right to the point and us talking about what she went through and what her experience was like on Sublicade. Yeah, if you guys, I see a lot of people that they're like asking, people, did Sublicade work for you? And I've had several people on the channel, guys, and done interviews with them. And I hope that you guys seen these videos, because I put a lot of effort into getting the certain people on this channel and having certain questions for them. I hope you guys have all seen those videos if you're contemplating Sublicade. Suzette says, Kev, do you ever have streams where we can see and talk to each other? Yes, a lot of times I'll have guests just hop on the channel, or we do like a planned stream where they would like to share what it was like to get off of Suboxone or Sublicade. And so it's just kind of mixed in. Suzette, if you go through, when this live stream's over, you're welcome to scroll through my older videos and my live videos. You'll see I've had multiple doctors on this channel. Just Sunday night, the last live stream we did, we had Dr. B hop on the channel, and Dr. B's like a famous doctor. And he hopped on the channel at the end of the stream, and so that was awesome. I've had Dr. Ken Starr on here. I've had Dr. Chris Park on here. I've had a lot of amazing guests on this channel, guys. So please go through my video history if you're just finding this channel, and just see the other videos that I've had. I think I have like 300 or 400 videos posted up now. Some short, some long. So Sivan says, I'm getting 100 milligram shots. So if you're on 6 milligrams, Sivan, that might be a little low. See, I went from, and if you're worried about constipation, that might be the right move. But if I was only going to get 100 milligram shots for my first Sublicade shot, I would probably want to be closer to like 3 or 4 milligrams of Suboxone. But I think either way you'll be all right. But if you're worried about the constipation stuff, and that's really like a major thing holding you back, yeah, you might. I mean, I don't know. He knows a lot more about it. He deals with a lot more stuff, in his office, obviously. So he knows what he's doing. You guys have seen the videos that he's made, but the transition doses are pretty important to getting things right. Some people want to kind of undershoot it, and some people want to kind of overshoot it, right? So it all really depends. That's kind of the thing with Sublicade, is that I think Brixadi will be a bit better because there's just so many more doses to it, right? Dang, we've been going for 2 hours and 41 minutes, baby. It looks like we might have to wait on the Suboxone versus Kratom conversation, guys. Let's see, because I'm still behind the comments. Suzette, click on the live tab. There you go, Dad. There you go. So that click on the live tab. There are a lot of interviews. Yeah, there definitely are a lot of interviews for sure. We've had a lot of awesome guests on there, guys. We've had Deb in there. We've had Deb on the channel. We've had Megan. We've had Kimmy. We've had so many of you guys. Sunny's been on here. We've had Marky Rizzo. I mean, we've had a lot of people on this channel, guys. A lot of people. Thinking back, sometimes I'm like, damn, I had a lot of guests on here. And we just had a $10 Cash App, baby. Mama Deb coming through up in here. She says, I love you guys. So we love you too, Mama Deb. Shout out for the sponsor bomb, baby. She dropped a bomb on me, baby. Shout out to you, Mama Deb, showing the love up in here. As always, I appreciate you showing that love, girl. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Coming through up in here. I appreciate the love, Mama Deb. I've tried, let's see here. Sivan says, I tried looking into rehabs and basically all the medications that they would give me is the same things my doctor has given me for all withdrawals and nothing works. So she's talking about comfort meds right there, right? True, Kimmy, about rehab, Sivan says. Agreed, Kimmy. Oh, there's Zach right there. It says, feel like accurately measuring my dose consistently and going to 4 doses per day was some of the best and helpful changes to make my taper easier. So Zach was literally pretty much micro dosing at many points of the day his Suboxone, right? And that's going to more closely mimic the Sublicade shot / Butrans patch, because just like, you know, trying to keep your bup levels as steady as possible, that's going to help you feel more normal. It's going to help you feel less of a crazy person. I always kind of felt crazy sometimes when my Suboxone would kick in and fall off. I want, you know, if you want to feel like a normal, steady person, then you need to do your best to keep your levels steady. But it's not always possible for people to take 4 small doses per day, right? And many doctors will tell you to try to just take 1. But for me, that was always really hard to just take 1 dose a day, just because how fast my metabolism is. If I only took 1 dose a day, then it was too strong. And then it felt like at the end of the day, like something was off. That's the best way I could describe it. So that's where it all comes down to just finding what works for each individual person. I couldn't just do 1 dose at those levels. Yeah, and I think the lower you get, the harder it is to do just 1 dose, right? Because you're kind of, if you're on a really low dose, then you're kind of like borderline walking on the edge of withdrawal, right? So I get what Deb says, and I felt like I was the same way. Even in my treatment center, which was amazing and outpatient, I wouldn't address the cause of addiction. Ridiculous, Kimmy says. Gosh, it is so hard to keep up with you guys up in here. Just a quick side note, guys, still have 20 people hanging out in here, and we have 32 likes on the video, guys. If you haven't yet, please smash that like button. It will help other people find this information. I would appreciate it if you haven't done that, if you could smash that like button, baby. Hey, baby. You'll get 2 shots usually that are 300 milligrams and then 4 that are 100 milligrams. But the half-life is so long, it's really months that bup is in your system. Oh shit, Breaking the Habits up in the house. Good to see you, brother. How you doing, man? So Breaking the Habit is old school right there. Good to see you. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Stopping by to say hi. Kai says I had 4 shots total. Wendy, we got somebody else in here. Wendy says, hi, everyone. First time on here. Dang, we got some new people up in the house tonight, guys. Shout out to the new folks up in here. Good to see you in here, Wendy. How are you doing? Feel free to share. Feel free to share what you're going through, Wendy, or your dose, or what your future goals are, or whatnot. A lot of what this channel is you guys sharing what you're going through or what your goals are, and you keep checking in here and letting us know how that works, and we all kind of support each other through the journey, guys. Good time for me to go ahead and post this up. That comment that I've got on the channel on the screen right now, guys. Please be sure and share with us your updates, goals, setbacks, etc. We want to support you on your path to freedom. So we do Wednesday live streams, we do Sunday live streams where we all hang out for 2-3 hours and we all kind of chat about this stuff and see what's working, what's not working, etc., guys. So please come in, share, and just know that you're in a safe space to do so, guys. We don't deal with trolls around here. They will be blocked immediately. Megan says, even if you need 10 shots, you're alive and reducing the risk of relapse and death. Sonny says, okay, what's your time frame on maybe getting off Sublicade? I believe you were saying this last shot was your last one. So Sonny, my last shot was on April 19th, brother. So what was that, guys? 2+ months ago? As far as when it will be down to nothing, like I can't even feel that shot anymore. I don't feel anything in me as far as like physically feeling the shot. And remember, guys, that my last I only had 2 shots in 2023, and they were both very tiny shots, 0.75 milligrams or 75 milligrams. So I think it was February and April that I had my 2 last shots, and they were both, like I said, they were both literally like that much of the shot, tiny shot. Let's see. I think someone asked him. Hopefully I'll answer your question. Yeah. Dr. B, Megan says. Yeah, the OCD thinking about like me freaking myself out about as far as like actually knowing when I'm off. That sounds kind of scary. That does sound a little bit scary to me personally. Honestly, some people want to know, some people don't want to know. Let's see. Great Kai. I feel like the same if I had the shot. Yeah, because it's such a different, like, it's so different to see when people actually get off, right? Because you hear some people say it's a year plus. So, like, that's just very interesting how different it is. And then you'll see some people say 2 months and they were testing negative. So, who's still sneezing? Kimmy said. Feeling good, low energy. My emotions coming back, which I'm stoked. Otherwise, I'm normal. How about you, Kai? Kimmy's still sneezing at 19 months. All right, scrolling through the comments, getting caught up. C3. Scrolling through the comments. Scrolling. Keep them doggies scrolling. Okay. Dang, we've got 2 hours and 52 minutes, guys. If you guys enjoy these long, drawn out live streams, that we make sure that we try to get as many comments in here as we can, please smash that like button, guys. Please smash that like button. I would appreciate you. Sonny, I don't know about these things. My cat told me. Oh, that was a recent comment. Oh, I'm just scrolling through these last comments, guys. Super glue, Marky. So Saban says, yeah, I think he wants to start off kind of slow because of me only been on it for a year, but I can also totally get down to 4 milligrams. That's easy. Okay, so that's, yeah, if that's the move, Savan, I would feel a lot less worried about constipation if you're starting off Sublicade at the 100 milligram shot. That's going to be a lot less of a risk of constipation issues. So yeah, if you can get down to 3-4 milligrams pretty easily, that's the move in my opinion. Because you guys remember, I went from 4 milligrams of Suboxone to 150 milligrams starting dose of Sublicade. So I would say 3 to 4 milligrams is the perfect transition dose for the 100 milligram shot. And then that way you're not, see, I was thinking you were going to go from 6 milligrams of Suboxone to the 300 milligram shot. And that, I could see where a concern about constipation would definitely be of concern there. So yeah, it's just kind of like, do you want to overshoot it and be possibly overly medicated and then worried about constipation, or do you want to undershoot it? Sorry guys. Or do you want to undershoot it and maybe it's not enough for you, right? Like that's the thing that kind of sucks sometimes about the transition doses, and it's not really always this complicated, guys. It's just it's basically the first transfer over. And then once your doctor gets you smoothed out, it's usually smooth sailing from there. So I hope that's what I'm saying isn't discouraging anybody, because it's really not rocket science. Like I might be making it sound out to be. It's just my OCD brain always thinking of all the different situations and what ifs and if that, you know, if this, if that. Sonny, I knew you looked familiar. P-Star. Okay, so Zach says, I don't feel much different, but wow, it's amazing not going to a doctor and pharmacy. That alone is so incredible. And that's a good point that Zach just said, because I remember when I was talking to Sonny, he said he feels like a totally different person. So now that he's off Suboxone. So you got one person that says they don't feel much different, but then you've got one person that says mouse battery's low. Oh shit. You got one person that says they feel like a totally different person, right? So that just all goes back to the same thing that I always say, guys. It's different for everybody. Savon says, why do the doctors tell you to take one? I feel like it's worse. I get like the habit thing, but it's like all of a sudden you have this boost, and then all of a sudden I'm just nuts, and then come down. Yep. So yeah, the doctors try to tell you to take Suboxone once a day so you can get your life back. So you're not watching the clock, right? So you can just take it and forget it. And some people can do that, and that's great for those people that can do that. That's awesome if you can just take Suboxone first thing in the morning and move on with your day. But people like me, it doesn't work like that, right? If I take my full dose first thing in the morning, it hits me way too hard. And then by noon, by 2 o'clock, I'm like, oh, I feel like I need some more. You know what I mean? So, perfect world, you can take your dose once a day and just get on with your day, but it's not. We're seeing a lot of people that it's not that easy for them to do that. The half life certainly supports taking it once a day for sure. It's 33 hours is the half life of Suboxone. So if you go by the science of the medication, you should, from whatever dose you take, it should get you 33 hours before half of that's gone. But it certainly didn't match the way that I felt in my experience. Oh, I gotta change out these batteries, guys. But what you guys just said there, hold on a sec, guys. Box bat. My big ass hand's trying to get in here, guys. Better than the first month, but it's. Hold on, guys. I can't do this at the same time as talking to you guys on there. Baby, you dropped a bomb on me. Box bat. Put that in wrong. Let's see. We've gone for 3 hours, guys. We usually start to try wrapping things up. I did get caught up in the comments, it looks like. So please drop some last comments or questions in here, and we'll kind of start to wind the show down a bit. I think I put these batteries in wrong, guys. Oh, I can scroll down here. Cool. I'm not very good at using this thing yet. Baby. Marky. Dude, there's no way I can read these and do this at the same time, guys. Give me a second. I think I put these in wrong. Crumbs. Oh, yes, I did put those in wrong. See if that works. All right. Oh, Germ's still up in here. What's up, Germ? I can just see you still in here. I think I totally goofed up on these batteries, guys. Hold on a sec. All right, guys, I'm going to put you on hold for a minute. I'll be right back. Your man having technical difficulties over here, baby. All right, guys, we went for 3 hours and 2 minutes. I just want to shout out the sponsors of today's live stream before we get out of here. So you guys are welcome to chill and hang out for a little bit in the comments. I'll keep some music going for us to kind of chill and roll out too. So super shout out to the following contributors of today's live stream, baby. So we had boop, 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 Mikey coming through with a whopper of $50, baby. Dropping through that on the Cash App. I appreciate you hooking it up in here big time, Mikey. I appreciate you showing some massive love up on the channel lately, guys. Also, get this baby going. Also, you guys like the smooth jams, baby? Hold on, let me move this comment around. Hold on, guys, hold on. All right, we also had KG Smith coming through with a $25 Cash App, baby. Marky Rizzo with a $5 Cash App, brother. Kimmy B dropping it big time up in here with a $30 Cash App as well, baby. Jeremy G, Jerem1979, $10 Cash App. Sunny S with a $10 Cash App. Hopefully you guys can hear me. We had Suzette coming through here. Welcome to the channel, Suzette, with a $20 Venmo. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Mama Deb hooking it up with a $10 Cash App, guys. You guys are what keep the show going. I appreciate you guys showing the love up in here with the sponsor bomb, baby. And I appreciate you guys showing some awesome love to this channel. And we will go ahead and see you guys in the comments. And don't forget to check out the live stream on Sunday and also every Wednesday, guys. All right. I love y'all and we'll see you soon. Bye.
Because I'm wild, yeah.